All right, let's see. All right, yo, it's your boy Yoshi Kid Neo, and we are back in D&D, baby, in the world of Boridil, the Ruination of Boridil. Sorry, for some reason my my OBS was acting up, so I wasn't sure if it was playing or not. But here we are, baby. Yes, today. Gerald dropped that he wants to play his old character. He doesn't like his current one, so the first part of the session is probably going to be changing from that character to another one, and then they're going to fight a demon, because why the hell not? It'll be interesting. So as long as they beat the demon, which they really should, I don't see why they wouldn't beat the demon, then we'll be able to get on with them getting to a different locale and going about their business in the harbor. Because right now, I believe they're currently trying to, you know, get the hell away from Gower and the possibility of him whooping their ass. So, should be fun. It's probably going to be a little more chaotic than normal, so I apologize about that. That's kind of the, you know, the thing about last minute things that pop in to the session, but hey, it'll be good regardless. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we?
Why isn't it doing the special effect?
Are you rolling the right?
Oh, hey, Brady.
Yo.
Have you seen Tailspire?
Tailspire.
It's on Steam.
Is that the yes, that's where this song is from.
The tabletop
or wait, no, I'm thinking of Pillars of Eternity. That's where the song from.
Yeah, apparently well, it's in alpha right now, so they have pre-made like figures and stuff like that for creatures and all that. But like the figures like animate and all that stuff as well whenever you guys are fighting. And
yo,
like,
bro, there's Thomas the Train. What the fuck? Oh, that's awesome.
and
yo,
people are using it for D&D sessions, but you gotta keep it as simplistic as possible because they didn't add it.
Who hit me? Yet. Wait, but, why isn't mine doing this?
And it's on Steam, you said?
It's only like $25. The only problem is everybody has to buy it if you were wanting to like do a D&D session.
Hold on, how y'all roll dice?
But
you just roll dice.
On how you get the train?
what the fuck?
This mod might go away very soon.
I don't want. I want a train. I mean, no, I don't want a train.
Wow.
I'm just messing. I'm just messing.
You want a train? Hold up, girl.
I'm just.
Yo, so somebody called me a misogynist the other day, bro, and they're like really running with it, and I'm like, where the fuck did this come from? It's like a long story. I'll tell y'all later.
That's funny.
Toxic masculinity.
I'm keeping the choo-choo train.
How many spells can I have now? I gotta look at the.
Oh, apparently my die are fucking not cool at all.
Ooh.
The only thing I got are little effects. Alright, well, while you guys are fucking with that stuff, I'll go ahead and do some recap, because we definitely have some recap that's needed for Kirsten and Gerald. So last session, you guys ended the session being, the session before last. That's the best way to say it. You guys ended the session by heading into Lord Saxon's humble abode in order to essentially talk to whatever he invited you to come and do. For those of you that weren't there, he was essentially, his agenda was very simple. One, he apologized for Cassiel's death. He knew you guys would fight the Griffin, but he didn't look at the future as in what would happen with the fight, and he didn't see that Cassiel would die, which he didn't want to happen. In theory, from what he said, all he wanted was to push Cassiel to attempt to overrule Lord Saxon Oh, that's hilarious. That's funny. He just wanted to persuade Cassiel into overtaking him as a quote-unquote simulated evil. That way Cassiel could essentially earn his keep in the afterlife, because that was his goal all along. It didn't work out that way, obviously, because Cassiel's dead. Rip. But he then said that he wants to continue working with you guys, because he's definitely not done with what you guys are capable of. He thinks that together you guys would make a great team, and there's nothing that could get in your way. Anything would be achievable. And from that, let's see. Yeah, from that, you guys ended up going into some more talks about the possibilities of working together. But before you could do that, he gave you a warning, and he said you have to deal with this warning before you guys can actually start working together, because currently, as your future stands, you will meet your demise at the hands of Gower. And Gower is this gentleman that you guys had seen. Oh no, my macro doesn't work anymore. Interesting. Give me a second while I look this, see if this fixes it. There he is. Gower is this gentleman that you guys saw as you guys were entering Krayat. And he, from what you can tell, he is, or from what you've been told, is that he is one of the High Inquisitors of the biggest church. And he's not to be messed with. He is seeking to do as his goddess has told him, and that is to essentially get rid of the arcane arts, because it's a perversion of divine magic. And he does that currently in a very lawful way, in terms of following the law of the Empire. But you can tell, just because of what it is that he's trying to accomplish, that it's definitely anything but lawful. So
I got a question.
Oh, go for it.
No, go ahead, finish.
So Saxon told you that he can't see the specifics of how you die, but he does know that it is at the hand of this Gower gentleman. So if you're wanting to work with Lord Saxon, you're going to have to deal with Gower. Even if you don't want to deal with Lord Saxon, you're going to have to deal with Gower eventually anyway. So Lord Saxon made it clear that you should probably get the upper hand, because you know what he's going to try to do. And if you can attempt it first, boom, profit. After that, you guys asked some various questions.
Why Saxon? Sorry, I'm raising my hand.
Oh, go for it.
Did anyone ask why Lord Saxon hasn't eliminated him already, if he's going to be a thorn in everyone's side?
No one asked that. So what we'll do, since you two probably have some questions for Saxon, we're going to start the session retconning, going back to that talk with Lord Saxon, and then after that we're going to jump back into the future of you guys leaving the city. But essentially, Saxon told you guys that, like right before you guys left, he said that Gower is currently talking to your little companion that you met while fighting the Griffin. The gentleman that you still don't know his name, but you know his daughter's name is Violet. He ended up meeting up with him, or running into him at the tavern that you were going to go to meet Furo. And you can tell, or from what Lord Saxon can tell, is that he's currently questioning this gentleman about you guys. So now Gower already knows more about you than you probably care for him to know. With that, you guys bid farewell to Lord Saxon. You headed to the stables, and very discreetly, the party was able to acquire you new horses and a new cart. The total cost of everything came to, I think, 225 gold pieces, which the 3 party members that were here took care of. So if Kirsten or Gerald, if you guys want to give any of your gold and distribute it to the members that paid a lot, you can do that. Otherwise, you guys procured the cart and you started heading towards the port location in order to get out of the city and head to Bleak Bell ASAP, essentially trying to get out of the way of Gower. So to start our session off, retconning, going back to where you guys are having drinks currently with Lord Saxon, and he has just told you essentially the threat of Gower. So is there anything that Kirsten or Gerald has to say to Lord Saxon? What's going on, my man? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. We're tired, and we've got a lot of stuff to try to get into tonight's session, but should be fine. Should be fine.
Ask my question. Do you want me to ask it again?
No. Well, of course, I don't have any real issues with Gower. Sure, I've been on his radar a few times, but he doesn't suspect me for much. Being a prominent noble in society, it's very frowned upon to accuse those like us for some wrongdoing without any tangible evidence, and I'm very, very good at clearing my name and covering my tracks. Yes, I've had my run-ins with Gower, but once you've figured out his premise, and maybe perhaps framed a few folks in your stead, he tends to leave you alone. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, more or less.
And how do we trust that you're not gonna...
You cut out. You said, how do we trust, and then cut out.
How can we trust that you're not gonna try and kill us again?
Like I've said, the whole being the antagonist of your group was mainly aimed towards Cassiel. I did not mean any harm to come, well, no harm that would lead to death. I did mean for harm. That's the only way you get stronger. But I would prefer to work with you than against you. I've seen what you're all capable of, and to have that pointed at me, well, that would be no fun indeed. So unfortunately, I guess, all I can say is that you have my word, and that's why I've given you this bit of information about Gower. I want to make sure that you're prepared for whatever it is that he has planned and is going to throw your way, because sooner or later he will come after you.
You also said something about one of my companions, and that you had information on him.
Yes, I do, and perhaps maybe I can divulge that information if you can make it out of Gower's guise.
Didn't you say you would share that information with us if we made it here?
Did I? I
In
seem
fact,
to have
you
forgotten.
did. That's okay. I'll refresh your memory.
In that case, sure, I'll give you a little bit more information. Your ally's trapped. He's been captured. Which I know. It's pretty ridiculous given his stature. But currently, his energy is being siphoned, which means that your goddess's energy is being siphoned as well. I don't have exact whereabouts. That's the silly thing about lead. But I do know that he was captured by someone. Robed figures. I haven't been able to pinpoint it, but I have divulged some resources to trying to find more information. Hopefully that's enough to have us working together. Does that
And then
suffice?
if you keep looking for him, then I'll continue. It suffices.
Very well. Yes, I do anticipate to continue looking for him, especially if it means that we are in agreement to work together.
Agent J, did you have any questions?
No, not really.
Very well. And with that, the rest of the session, or the rest of last session, ends up going forward. You guys end up getting a new cart, 2 new horses, and you start to head on your way. So let me do. Let's bring us to the world map. Wonder if my die works now. It does not. That's okay. I'll get it figured out probably for next session. So as you guys are on your way, Dr. Thorpe is at the reins. You guys see that Three-Toed Jim waits for you guys to be sort of out of eyesight, at least being able to be recognized, before you see the spirit of the elk join your horses and help aid in getting you guys to the port city a lot faster. What normally takes maybe an hour or two, essentially from what you've been told, with Three-Toed Jim's experience, or I guess his assets at hand, is that it will take half that time. So as you guys are riding along, Agent J, you guys hit a portion of your journey where all of a sudden your watch, Agent J, come in, Agent J. Agent J, are you there?
I look at my watch and kind of tap it and like, yeah, this is Jay.
Agent J, you're moving too fast. You need to stop now. We've almost pinpointed your location.
Oh, really? So yeah, I just tell whoever's driving the carriage to stop.
Thorpe lifts the reins up to halt them. Whoa! Look back at Agent J. What is it?
And then I'd say, okay, we stopped, to my watch.
Agent J, are you prepared? We're sending a portal your way to bring you back home.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, I'm ready now.
All right, Agent J, we're sending the portal, and as he says that, you see this sort of, like, off of the road, probably about 10 feet away, you see this black dot appear. More of a black orb, actually, appear, and it starts to grow, and you can see this sort of ring of fire around it, and it opens up, and it looks to be about the size of an average human, but a little bit bigger, like a threshold that they would walk through. Agent J, we're sending the portal now. Traverse it once you see it. Make haste. We can only have it open for just a moment.
Oh snap! I think that's my cue. So I like hop out of the carriage, and before I leave, I like untie. I do these specific things. I take out my money patch, throw it towards Dr. Thorpe, and I was like, yo, that's for the stuff that y'all pay for. And then I also, actually, no, never mind. That's only, no. I hand that book that I got to Lloyd.
Okay.
Oh, are you leaving so soon?
Not soon enough.
Oh, well, good luck to wherever you're going. Hopefully this Manhattan, New York, is what was it
Yeah,
again?
yeah. And to be honest, y'all, and I put my sunglasses on and I pull out the neutralizer. And it's like, hey, it won't be nothing but a blur to y'all. And then I flash it.
Well, thank you for the book.
As he flashes it, just for the sake of story, and especially because that's like perfect for what's happening. No save or anything like you would normally do. Instead, like as you're thanking him, Lloyd, he pulls up this thing, he presses a button, and there's a flash of light, and for like 2 seconds, you're like just dazed, and you're like, what the fuck? And you forget, I think what is the last like 10 minutes? Or is it,
Yeah,
I forget
it's
how
like,
the...
You let's just say for that, but technically how it works is you just make up a new story and then they just live it from there.
I just say, since this is the last and first and only time it'll ever be used, Brady, you pretty much have free reign here.
Yeah, exactly. So you guys essentially get a flash. You remember all of the events ever since you met Agent J. But for whatever reason, Agent J is just a blur of your imagination. You see a figure, a dark figure in each of your memories. You hear a muffled voice that sounds like it could either be male or female. You can't pinpoint. And literally everything of Agent J, his personality, everything you know about Manhattan or, Earth, is just a blur. Like it's on the tip of your tongue and will forever remain on the tip of your tongue. As that happens, Agent J, you see the portal start to slowly shrink.
I run towards it.
Okay. The moment you get within like 5 paces of it, there's an arm that reaches out and grabs your shoulder.
I was hoping perhaps maybe this would trick you. Your portals are blue, not red.
And as that happens, this large minotaur grabs you, brings you up to where you're floating like 10 feet above. And as he walks out, there's a young kid behind him with a sword. And the minotaur looks at you.
We'll be taking your place. Enjoy your new home.
And he turns around and he throws you through the portal. As you're heading towards the portal, you see a blue portal open up about 10 feet away from that one. And you can hear on your watch, Agent J, the portal's open! Agent J! And right as they finish saying J, you fly through the fiery portal. It closes up. And you fade to black. But now, the rest of you, you're coming out of your daze. And you're about 10, or you're probably about like 30 feet away. As you look and you see this very large minotaur, which all of you have seen a minotaur, either in a book or in person, depending on, I guess, what region you're actually from. And you see this kid that's got a katana in his arm, or on his back, and he's got a katana drawn, and he's looking at this minotaur. You can describe what Kai looks like if you would like, Gerald. Currently, Kai is essentially challenging this minotaur, but you can tell that Kai is a little hesitant, a little shaky about it. He's not comfortable with this situation at all. Noob Jr., how are you
show
today?
the picture real quick so everybody can see what he looks like.
Yeah. Did that pop up?
Yeah.
Okay.
See.
Okay, so that's what he looks like exactly. Just to give you more detail, like he's like covered in ash and he has the cuts and all that on him, and he's wearing black, I would say black tethered clothing. Let's just go with that. But yeah, but that's essentially what he looks like. Young, green eyes.
Okay. So as you guys are looking at this, I'll bring you to this here location. Oops, I accidentally reloaded Foundry, so it's loading. Anyway, you guys should see, actually, where is Lloyd's token? There he is. Okay. So you guys see that kid, and then you also see this armored minotaur that's standing there with a, I believe it's a great axe. Yeah, he's got this great axe in his hands, and he's looking at the kid.
I think now that we have some other challenges, this should be a lot of fun. Perhaps maybe I'll take an arm this time, or both your legs. Do you have a preference? Maybe your new little friends in the background. I might kill them in your stead.
With that, we will put you all in a combat stance, and whenever you're ready, you can go and roll your initiatives.
Okay.
So we're doing this, I guess. Okay.
Whether you actually fight him or not, I guess, is totally up to Lloyd and the rest of the crew, but you guys are watching this young kid face off against this big-ass minotaur.
Watching from a distance, Dr. Thorpe takes off his, rolls up the sleeves of the civilian attire that he's wearing, and draws his blade. Off the carriage.
Also, can you give me my languages, Brady?
Believe they are...
Oh my god, I may have been muted for a very long time.
I bet you were. Yeah, because I didn't hear you say anything.
Shit. Okay. That
I was like, Joe's awfully quiet.
So, you hear me go, which means stay, Seymour.
It did not. I didn't hear you say anything.
Yeah, I don't say
I
anything.
whistle.
Okay.
Do I need to change my mic sensitivity? Does this thing suck?
You might have to. But it is Dr. Thorpe's turn as we start off. So whether you do anything or not, you have heard this minotaur threaten all of you, and you can see that he is in a very aggressive stature, and he is currently looking at this young boy.
Okay.
Do with that information as you wish.
Then how far is this? Okay. Alright. For now, I will say my magic words for my blade. Hello, Clarice. And then summon my things.
Okay.
And then I will...
So Noob Jr., you're about to see what combat in D&D is like. It's a lot of role play and sort of like a tabletop war game. So if you've ever played, I don't know what to really describe it as, but like Risk in a way, except for your character is the only thing you control.
There, Brady.
So
Or whatever he is.
what, do you see his name?
Yeah, I do. Is that
Chosen
Okay.
of Baphomet.
Yeah, Chosen of Baphomet. Who knows what that means? You might remember this character, Jeffrey.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Kirsten should as well.
A certain someone who woke us up next to a big ass rock. in my
No, that
portal?
was a different
No,
guy, but
Tiny Hut? Oh, okay, never
yeah,
mind.
but very close, very close. He was
Very
allied
close.
with that guy, yeah.
Yeah, there was a couple of them out that night, or 3 of them or whatever.
Nicole just texted me. She goes, "I'm getting triggered from all the arc whistling."
That's great.
Alright. That's all I can do is move up and activate stuff.
Okay. That is your go now there, Kai.
Okay, so
We got
come
2
in.
voids on the field, by the way.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Do we?
Yeah.
Where's the other
just
one?
Second one's just a bot.
I see
Second one's just a
one.
bot, don't worry about it.
I see one. I don't see that one.
Really?
right.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's
I
so
would've
weird.
been to of Kirsten's character, Trina.
Oh, Hurts is right
Oh.
here.
I see 2 of them up here at top.
You might need to reload Foundry. Press
Yeah,
F5.
Let me just do that.
So before I do, I'm gonna take my I'm gonna walk towards them, but I'm also gonna say you leave these people out of this.
I don't think I will. Last time I fought so many, I had the pleasure of killing their strongest, and watching him come back as a ball of fury. It was
And
delightful.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll my attack and then reload.
All right, 22 does hit.
And then that's my turn. You said F5. There we go.
Yeah, F5 should reload the browser. So if there's a double Lloyd, press F5 because for some reason you're desynced from the server,
Yeah,
I think.
I just reloaded.
Did you see me do my moves and stuff?
Yeah, you did your move, you did your roll, all that came through, so you're good to go on that.
Arc blade, that's badass.
Your turn there,
Yeah,
Three-Toed Jim.
Alright. I will move up. Let's see, what's my movement here? I think I have
35.
To not have the... Didn't we have a mod at one point to...
Yeah, you should be able, if you click and drag your token. Oh shit, where'd it go? What happened to it? Drag ruler. Wonder if it got updated or something.
Would I be able to
Oops.
get here?
Hold on, I
Or
had to
that
reload
clip
mine. I think
too
I did something. I think you can press Control and click and drag, and it'll make a ruler. I don't know why.
It's 65 feet. I can see the ruler.
Yeah, yeah, okay, I see your ruler now. And yeah, you should be able to move 70 feet that way if you dash.
Yeah. Oh.
Wee.
And then I will use a bonus action to rage.
All right.
And so we kind of like went through this on my last campaign that I played. If I rage this turn and then attack next turn on my turn, do I keep rage?
Yeah,
Or do I
it
have to
should
go
be.
all of next turn without doing
No,
something to lose
the moment you
rage?
rage, it's the following turns that you have to keep up
That
your
matter.
rage from
Okay, cool.
attacking and stuff. Yeah.
Good, good, good. Then I end my turn
Okay.
there.
Plus rage message. Does that macro not work anymore?
I'm gonna. I will replace my macro. I'll see if. My
I'll
effect
toggle the
works, though.
effect though, so you're raged now.
Okay. Did you do that from my sheet?
Yeah, from your sheet.
Okay.
It should do it because I remember adding that. Kirsten, you're up.
Am going to do okay. I guess I'll walk up to next to Dr. Thorpe and
That unfortunately misses. But that one does hit.
cool.
So you guys watch Trina, she runs up and she starts to cast her Eldritch Blast, and as she shoots it out, two beams come out. And as they're essentially guided together, and as they come within 10 feet of this Minotaur, he uses his axe to swipe, hitting one of the beams and deflecting it completely, as the other one gets a weak spot in his armor, just barely getting him. And you hear him sort of grunt.
Uh-oh. I think I made him mad.
You did a what?
Oh, I said, uh-oh, I think I made him mad.
Oh. All right,
Way
so
to go, Trina.
Chosen of Baphomet looks down at Kai, and he starts to cackle.
How many times have you come toe-to-toe, and it's never worked out in your favor, boy?
And he takes his great axe and raises it above his head, and he's going to make 2 attacks. One of them with the great axe. What's Kai's AC? Okay. Which does hit. So you do have that deflect for your reaction if you wish to use it. Just use your second sword, the Dark Drift, if you wish to do it.
Yeah, I want to see how it works.
Okay. So you deflect 13 of the damage. So essentially what I'm going to do is every time you deflect, I'm going to just have you take the full damage of whatever the creature dished out to you, and then I'm going to heal you for your deflect damage. So it'll add, it'll essentially do subtraction through addition. So he comes down with his great axe, and you can see the ferocity behind this blow. You can tell this one is going to hurt. You've come to know just how he swings his axe, and his overhead swings are usually the most brutal. And as he comes down, you deflect it, but you take a pretty substantial blow, gaining a new scar across your face. And then he will use the second part of his multi-attack to do a shove action against you. So if you could do either a acrobatics or athletics check, your choice. He will be doing an athletics check. And he rolled a 23. So you're 10 versus his 23. He comes down with the axe, and as it slashes you across your face, even with your deflection, right before it hits the ground, he comes down with his head and headbutts you, and you fall prone right in front of him. And he snorts, causing a large cloud of dust. And you can tell that he's getting ready to go all out on you on his next turn. Lloyd, that brings you up.
I'm gonna go
I appreciate it, my dude. D&D, it'll do that for you when you start running sessions. You just get good at you get good at describing stuff. All right. He succeeded with a 17. Does it show you that, or does it? Does it show you his wisdom save?
It
Mm,
does not.
Okay.
for me,
Cool.
yes.
Oh wait. Oh no, it does.
Yes.
Okay.
My thing's not scrolling down with all the stuff.
I don't know why that is.
I don't know either. It's okay. I can scroll. Not a big deal.
So Lloyd comes up and starts casting his spell, and as you finish it, you can see the sort of the Minotaur starting to get a little slower, a little lethargic. And then as he does that, he shakes his whole body. You can hear the plate mail that he's wearing starting to beat against each other and scrape and make all this like noise of scraping metal to get against each other. And he looks towards you.
I remember someone that looked exactly like you doing that once. It won't work.
Oh. I end my turn. Where is the end turn button? I don't see it exactly.
I don't know. I'll do it for you though. Yeah, it seems that there must have been an update to some of these modules, and that's why they're not working.
Okay.
Which is very upsetting. Is the stream still bugged, Noob Jr., or is it looking okay now? Alright, Dr. Thorpe, you're up.
Okay. Alrighty. So I'm gonna go ahead and move.
Alright, cool. I think it was because it was trying to load as I reloaded the website, so that's probably what happened, but appreciate you spotting that for me.
We'll move right here. And how?
And just so you're aware, you can take the dash action if you're trying to get up there faster. I don't know if you forgot about it.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. You know, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take the dash action. And
I just imagine you guys kind of jogging out there, and then little three-toed Jim, 3 feet tall, just turns into Sonic the Hedgehog with dust flying up. Naruto running with a giant axe in his hand the size of him.
okay, cool. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put a insignia on him.
Is that a bonus action?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll put that there,
how will I
insignia.
do? I should be able to mark them with something. I just don't know what. I'll probably make a... Oh. There. I'll mark them with that little silhouette of Dr. Thorpe. And that's
Cool.
how we'll know that you've got them marked with your insignia.
All right, and then other than that, yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay.
My turn there.
All right, Kai, you're up. So you're currently prone right in front of this Minotaur, and you can see that he is catching his breath before he goes and starts to wail on you.
So you said I'm prone, so I'm gonna stand up.
Okay.
So that
So
gives me.
that gives you 20 more
20.
feet of movement.
So what I'm gonna do. Nah, that ain't gonna do nothing. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and try and hit him again. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use this.
All right. So you take your blade and you sort of curve it above your shoulder, and you aim with the hilt as you go in for your attack. So you have advantage on the strike. .25 does hit.
And then I'm gonna attack again.
And you can do that precise strike with every attack, I think. You just have to spend a nerve for each attack.
Nerve to do it, yeah. So I'm gonna do. No, I'm not gonna do it again. Well, nah. Let me spin another one. Just so I'm gonna do it again.
Nice. So the 9 does hit.
And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use this since I hit him.
Okay, cool.
And with my ability at 9th level, it turns to 10 instead of 5.
Okay. All right, so you can move 10 feet without provoking attack of opportunity, and then you'll have an additional 10 feet of movement after that left over for your total movement if you wish to use it. So you guys notice that this kid, even though he's small in stature and definitely looks young, he's actually pretty skilled with this blade. Another thing you notice, though, is that his attacks don't seem to be affecting this Minotaur very much. And every time the Minotaur gets hit with it, he starts to chuckle as he looks down on Kai, like obviously fighting for his life, but the Minotaur's merely playing with him.
God damn it.
So yeah, that's gonna be my action, and I look towards.
Damn it.
I look towards
Literally.
This gentleman next to me and thank him for helping me. I thank him and let him know that this is not his fight.
On the contrary, he's in our way.
Okay. Do you wish to use your last 10 feet of movement at all, or are you good?
Oh no, so I still get more movement?
Yeah. You always have up to your maximum movement during the turn. You've got 10 more.
Oh, well, I'm out of there. Slightly. There you go.
All right. All right, Three-Toed Jim, you're up.
All right, boy. I'll take him on without gaining any advantages from flanking. That's fine. And I get over here. And I say, pick on someone your own size. And I'll attack him recklessly.
All right, so you got advantage.
Am I gonna do... Oh boy. So the attack roll popped up. Is it supposed to do that? I don't think so.
No, it shouldn't.
Like a whole little pop-up. I did not want to roll that. So I'll just do it for my sheet. Battle it.
So when I click your battle axe from your token, it did how it was supposed to.
From my token?
Yeah, from your like when I click on your token and go up to inventory up in the top left, it worked.
Oh.
Were you using a macro?
I was trying to use the macro and it didn't work.
Okay. Yeah, the macro maybe needs to be updated again. Is this reckless, right?
Yes, it is reckless.
Okay. Okay. The 18 does hit. And as you go in, like, you're running towards him, pick on someone your own size, and you jump up, and as he, like, turns around just to look at you, you swing your axe down, and he grabs the axe, and you see as it sort of, like, makes a small dent into the plate, and he kind of winces just a little bit.
Puny little whelp.
Well, try this one out for size.
And I'll go ahead and assume every time you make a first reckless attack, you'll do it again, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. It'd be really funny if you did the first one only.
Alright.
So that one also hits, and just like when Kai was hitting him, you're noticing that your attacks, they're very precise. They are making their mark, but it's not as effective as it would be against something different. Like, and you know, Minotaurs usually aren't gifted with this sort of enhancement against non-magical abilities. So there's something about this one that's definitely far superior from other Minotaurs that you may have fought, Three-Toed Jim.
Oh, so you're a stubborn cow.
And you see for the first time as he's looking at you through his plate helm, he turns to face you and you can see the red glow. You can feel the anger inside of him as you say that. And you see the steam coming out from his nostrils as he flares and snorts. Trina, you're up.
Bring it on.
I like how Rage is just talking shit.
It's basically vicious mockery without the damage.
Just talking, they just sound like a true.
Actually, I do get the
Boston person.
damage.
Manhattan.
Yeah,
One
true.
day I would like to play a bard just so that I can, like, kill someone with insults. That'd be fun.
Oh yeah. That's one thing I wish Martin would have done is kill people with vicious mockery, but he never did it.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Take advantage of that.
Just so angry he has a heart
Hey,
attack.
thank you for the follow very much. I appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoy yourself while you're here.
Am I moving? Make that noise.
What
Okay.
noise?
I hear gun blasts.
Did you press F5? Don't do it right now. Finish your turn, but for some reason your browser is out of sync with Foundry. So you're hearing the leftover effects of the minefield, because this is the minefield map. But I took out all of the sound effects that I used for the mines.
Okay.
So your first
things are
attack
going
does hit. Your second one doesn't. So pretty much the same thing. As you shoot, one of them hits the Minotaur like in the back of the neck, and you can hear him grunt as it takes actual damage. The other one hits just perfectly on his plate mail and bounces straight off, dissipating within like 20 feet afterwards.
I'll be
Reload.
there in a moment.
The
But first, your puny little friend.
Is that all for Trina?
Yeah, I reloaded before I ended my turn. Sorry.
Okay, cool. No, you're good. You're good. So let's see. Oh, I forgot he could do this. So at the end of your turn, old boy is going to.
You have a condition?
Huh?
Oh, he has a token.
Yeah, he's got a little token for Dr. Thorpe showing that he's
Okay.
used his little thingy. So the Minotaur at the end of Trina's turn is going to use one of his legendary actions. He's going to move up to his movement speed towards Dr. Thorpe, and he's going to make a gore attack. This does trigger an opportunity attack if you would like.
Good. If I would like, yeah, I would like.
All right, so that does hit.
Oh god, yeah, it's not scrolling, so it's weird to me, but it's all good. It's like, where are you going, you little pansy?
He goes up to Dr. Thorpe, and as he's doing that, he is charging in a straight line towards you, horns pointed. He makes a gore attack. Let's see, your AC is 20. Ooh. Are you able to what?
Use my deflect.
Yeah. Because he does naturally 20.
Damn. Alright, I want to deflect.
So roll your... It should be your weapon die, I think.
Mm-hmm. Oh no.
No, 7 is good, isn't it? For 10. Brady, I love the dice rolling, by the way. I'm glad
Isn't
you
it
found that
neat?
mod. Yeah.
It's pretty.
All right, so you'll deflect 10 of the damage. The bad thing about that is that his charge also hits. So it essentially rolls his damage twice, and with the crit, that's already pretty bad. So let's and you don't have any resistances, so
Boy.
so as he runs up on you and he goes in to skewer you with his horns, you go in to deflect and try to smack his head downward, which you're able to do so in such a way that he definitely misses a vital organ, probably your heart, and his horns dig straight into your plate mail. And as that happens, let's see, I need you to make a strength saving throw, please. Okay, so that is a fail. So as he digs his horns deep into your plate mail, he starts to push you back, and you're trying to hold your ground, but he eventually brings up his head and tosses you 20 feet back.
Oh.
And you go flying. And as that's happening, you guys see a trail of blood leave from where the Minotaur hit in his armor, as Dr. Thorpe flies backwards. And the Minotaur's head comes all the way up, much like I guess a mermaid as they fling their wet hair in a perfect circle, except for this arc is of blood and is Dr. Thorpe's blood. And as he does that, he turns around and starts to run on his turn straight towards Three-Toe Jim to do the exact same thing. So he'll make a gore attack against you, Jim. Also, you're knocked prone.
Who is knocked prone?
Dr. Thorpe.
Oh.
Okay.
Let's see, what is Jim's? So as he comes in to do the same thing, you put your battle axe like on your back real quick, anticipating it, and you grab his horns, and you're able to stop him dead in his tracks, but just barely. And he's sitting here and he's huffing and puffing, and he's trying to get towards you, but he rolled a 16, so he misses you. And as you're holding him, you can say something if you want, like an insult.
Oh, you're not so strong, are you?
And he breaks free.
Like,
oh, you go ahead. You go ahead. My
Captain
bad.
Marvel, when like Thanos is like trying to push her, and he's just like she's just like holding it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So you're holding him. You say that, and he breaks free of your grip. And as he does that, he comes in with a swipe of his great axe towards you. Which he rolled a 16. Oh no, he's got advantage because you recklessly attacked. So he rolled a 29, and you... I'm going to give you the full damage because I'm pretty sure... I want to make sure your rage modifier does take away... What's your full HP? Okay, it didn't do it. So there's something wrong with your rage modifier, so I need to change that. But you take half of the damage, so you take half of 29 damage since you're resistant to his great axe. And
I see both our angers are taking away damage.
yeah. Yes.
Hatred. It works, don't it?
He'll move an additional 20 feet. Actually, let's see. Where is he? So he moved right there with his legendary. So he moved 20 feet. So he'll start moving towards Kai, and that's where he'll end his turn.
I'm gonna go run up to Dr. Thorpe. If I click the run option, or the move option. And I'm gonna say, trust me on this, okay? And I like, kind of kneel down to him, and I cast Polymorph on him.
Alright.
Grade 8 form.
Alright. Let's see. Where is it? Let me polymorph you. I think it's loading. There it goes. You said Great Ape form?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. And boom. Should do it. Oh, there it is. Polymorph.
And I end my turn.
Okay. So Dr. Thorpe, your character sheet should have changed to the Great Ape. So you'll be able to see what exactly it does. The one thing, as he says, trust me, and he casts a spell and finishes it, is if you were to try to respond to him, you can't form words. You don't know what words really are.
The hell? In my head, I'm just going, what the hell?
Is that Lloyd's turn?
Yep.
All right, Dr. Thorpe, you have a speed of 40 feet, so it'll take half of that for you to stand up.
Okay. I will do just that.
And you do have a rock throw that you can do as a ranged attack. So if you look, your inventory will show you your 2 attacks that you have as a giant ape.
Right. Hold on, let's see here. Alright, there we go. Okay, I guess I will move up just a smidge. Yes. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and throw the rock first.
All right. Yeah, he's definitely...
It's a lot of dice.
Yeah, it is. So the rock unfortunately misses.
Alright, then
So you guys watch as Dr. Thorpe brings in, or takes both of his hands, smacks it against the ground, which causes like a sort of like a seismic fissure. And with that, he grabs a big-ass rock from underneath the ground, picks it up above his head, ooh, tosses it. And as he does that, the Chosen of Baphomet goes down with his great axe, splits it in 2, not harmed from it at all. And he just looks at the Great Ape, and he looks at Lloyd.
You're gonna have to do better than that.
Oh boy.
I just start beating my chest. Then we end the turn.
At the end of your turn, the Chosen of Baphomet will use a legendary action to use up to its movement speed towards Three-Toed Jim and make a gore attack against him. This time he rolled a 17 to hit, so it does hit. So as he runs, you get in the same stance, but this time he sort of like flanks you from the side, which your reflexes are really quick, and as you do that, he flanks back to the other side and hits you in the shoulder with his horns. It's not able to pierce your skin, luckily, because of how angry you are. But I do need a strength saving throw. Because you're enraged, you do have advantage. DC is 17.
Made it.
So as he does that, he tries to push you back, and you're able to essentially like twirl like a ballerina to avoid being flung away.
Ole,
He'll use the rest of his movement to move right there. As he gets on the other side of you with his battle axe, and he says to you,
Looks like we're gonna have a little bit more fun now with your great ape friend.
Kai, you're up.
I don't even
Alright.
know that guy.
I just realized what that ape token looks like. Like, what?
Yeah. look at the one nipple hanging out.
Yeah, that is not crazy. Let's see.
Oh man. Joe, have you ever gone back to like first edition Monster Manual just to look at the fucking funny art?
Oh my god, dude. The beholder. So funny.
Hold on, I'm about to get it right now.
Looks very very janky. to say the
Oh
least.
man.
Am I in flanking position?
No, you need to move to 10 feet more. So you got to be right here to be flanking.
Okay.
I think I can
I
click
will.
and drag it. No, that didn't work.
Did he do bad? Nah, he didn't roll. Okay. Let's do this. And then I'm gonna attack.
Let's see. So the 14, let's see. Fiendish Luster. When you hit a creature with, okay. So the first one misses. Second one hits. So your Fiendish Luster activates. Which deals, so your charisma modifier would be a +4 against this guy. So he'll take half of that. And he'll take, let's see, half of your crit damage. Alright, so you guys watch Kai as he runs up. And as he does so, he goes in with a weapon attack, which the Minotaur just casually flicks away with the back of his hand. And as he does that, Kai uses the momentum of that hit to come in, and you see this sort of fire light up on the katana as it sinks into the Minotaur's flesh, but it does not draw any blood. And he begins to chuckle at your feeble attempts.
Again and again you try and try, but soon I will rip you limb from limb, and then I'll repair you, and I'll do it over and over.
Is that all for Kai?
Your
Yeah, that's
feeble
a-
attacks as he
yeah.
crits. Sure.
Yeah.
Three-Toed Jim, you're up.
You want to be torn limb from limb, and I,
That's what the old Beholder looked like. That's what first edition Beholder. That killed you guys.
Bro, that's creepier than the new design, bro. That's creepier than the new design. Like, why is it a
bro.
perfect circle?
I thought
Horrifying.
That is literally a spear.
He doesn't even look like he'll be like having a menacing voice. He looks like he'll just be like, oh, okay.
I thought it looked more like this, Brady. Hold on.
All right, great weapon fighter.
So I'm
let's
gonna
see
I'm putting all of my anger into this attack.
Yeah, that's one that popped up as well, Jeff.
Yeah,
it was probably like in a supplicant.
That's wrong.
Yeah, how's it plus 102? All right, you guys win.
All your anger into it.
I'm just joking. Was that so? Yeah, something with that update really fucked it up. It should just be a plus 10. Let me see if maybe it's on the Great Weapon Master effect. Plus 10. No, just
You know, it's okay. You can leave it.
Nah, I got it. I
Well,
got
you
it. I
can't
got it.
change it.
I didn't hit anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, 15 missed. So why did it do that? I wonder. Melee. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird.
I'll take my
102.
second attack.
Okay. See if it adds 102 again. It did, but that also misses.
Wow, those are low.
So there's something wrong. Oh, you know what it is? It's the rage damage, I think.
Oh, it's adding a 2 without a plus to the 10.
Yeah. Which is funny. So let's see.
Code is so dumb.
Yeah. I think, let me submit that change real quick and see. All right, so roll it one more time just to see. If it's a hit, we can use it for your next attack that you do against him. There we go. Okay, cool. But it's not a hit, so yeah. So it's because the rage thing literally added a 2 to whatever the last bit of damage was. Yeah, that's so fun. That's hilarious. Does Three-Toed Jim wish to move anymore or anything, or just stay there?
Oh, I would love to take an opportunity attack. No, I'm good here.
Just making sure.
I will taunt you a second time.
Your turn there, Trina.
Sting this.
Ooh. The tendril of inky darkness reaches out from you. And I believe you are... Yeah, you're within range. That's good. Target makes a dexterity saving throw. Your DC is 16. It rolled double 8s. So... Target takes that. Spell ends. On a failed save, it takes the 4d8 necrotic. Alright. 4d8 necrotic, which equals that 21 right there. And until the spell ends, so while you remain concentrating, you can automatically deal an additional 4d8 necrotic damage on your turns as your action. And if you use your action for anything else, it'll do, or the spell will end. So keep that in mind.
Solid spell.
Oh yeah. And if the target ever leaves the range or has total cover, it also ends. So you guys see this dark tendril reach out from Maeve. I don't know exactly where you want it to come from. If you want it to be like literally an extension of your arm or something, but it comes out and it slithers its way into the plate mail of the Minotaur, and you can hear Jim and Kai, you guys can hear as it's almost like something eating away at flesh, and the Minotaur rears back in pain. What is this? I'm sorry.
What is this? I sound like this, not that puny human.
Forgot to turn your voice box on there.
Yeah. Okay.
I imagine a Minotaur with like a voice box that he forgot to push to make himself.
You know how funny that would be? Let's see. He's got 40 feet. He is going to run up in a straight line to good old Monkey Boy. So Three-Toed Jim and Kai, if you guys wish to use your reaction, you may to attack. Didn't roll the actual. It's only rolling the damage.
Okay.
Is that from? That's from your macro.
I clicked the macro on accident.
Okay.
There we go.
Ooh, that hits. Yeah, 27 hits. Kai, do you wish to use an opportunity attack?
That's a
26
yes.
also hits.
Attaboy.
Okay. So as he runs in a straight line towards Mr. Great Ape, he's going to do a gore attack against... Let's see. This should, in theory, do auto hit and stuff. Nope. So for some reason, the targeting in Foundry doesn't work anymore either. He does hit. He rolled a 30.
Damn.
So I need Mr. Great Ape to make a strength saving throw. DC is 17.
Okay.
So you'll click on... Okay, there you go. Yeah, so you're good. So you withstand... Oh, let me see. Oh, I actually need to roll that twice. Okay. An additional 14. Alright, cool. So he runs up, and you have watched Three-Toed Jim do this thing, so you try to do it yourself. And you go in to grab onto the Minotaur's head as he's charging straight at you, but you're not used to your fingers being so fucking big, and you accidentally just like, kind of like when you go up to a dog and you make a little circle and they put their nose through your hand. You pretty much do exactly that, and the horns of the Minotaur come straight through that and stab you right in the chest, which you rear back in pain as you start to bleed from your enormous pecs. As the Minotaur recoils off of your chest, he swings with his great axe towards you, also hitting for 21 slashing damage. And then he will move up a little bit, and he will end his turn. At the end of his turn, at the end of this turn, he'll use a legendary action, and he's going to do his Stir Rage ability. So I need for Three-Toed Jim to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
I'm gonna get even angrier? Are you kidding me?
So a 9 is a fail. So you take... And remind me, Totem Warrior, your...
Everything but psychic.
Yeah. Are you vulnerable to psychic, or...
No. Of
Okay.
course it's fucking
You
psychic,
can...
isn't it?
Yeah.
You're such
So... That's what he does, dude. So as he does this to the monkey, he looks at you, and he reaches an arm out towards you. And as he does that, there's this black flame, and he essentially like sort of tosses it towards you. And as this is happening, it you try to like sort of outrun it or something, but it ends up catching you anyway. And as you're looking at the flames, you just feel this voice inside of your head. You feel something taking control, and then you hear,
Take out Kai for me, would you? Use everything you've got.
So you will use half of your movement speed to get to the nearest creature, which is Kai, and make a attack against him.
Right now? Like during my turn?
Yeah, right now. It doesn't use up any of your,
I want to let me... Hold on.
Oh, and I gotta reduce you by...
Oh, I think it's because it was on your turn or something. I can't select my guy or do anything.
Oh, gotcha. I'll move it for you.
Okay.
And then
I'll
make
just roll
a
then.
weapon attack against
You
Kai.
bet your ass I'm doing great, Weapon Master.
17 does hit. Kai, you have used your reaction this turn, so you cannot deflect it, unfortunately. So as this dark flame hits this little halfling in front of you, he all of a sudden turns towards you, and you can see his eye twitching just out of the sheer anger, and he screams, he runs towards you, and he smacks the shit out of you with his axe. And then all of a sudden you can see the rage, the extra rage, subside, and he looks at you. He knows exactly what he did, he just doesn't know why he did it.
I kind of like look left and right. I like kind of give him a pat on the butt, like, all right, kid, get in there.
Lloyd, you're up.
I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost.
That'll hit.
Okay. Then I'm gonna move some feet backwards. Move like over here.
And Brady, did that do damage to me? I think like 20
It
damage
did.
or something.
Yeah, I took it.
And I end my turn. And that's it for me.
All right. So the Ray of Frost does hit. So he does have 10 less feet of movement on his next turn. Dr. Giles,
Dr.
Giant Ape Thorpe.
Dr. Ape.
Beat his ass.
I'm going to look down at him, still beat myself, and do a multi-attack of 2 fists. Would I be able to just hit multi-attack and it just automatically rolls, or do I have to?
Try it. See if it does.
Yeah,
I don't know if the polymorph does. Okay, cool. The polymorph, it does do it.
Okay.
So the first one misses, but the second one does hit. So you watch, he beats his chest. He goes in for one smack, which the Chosen of Baphomet grabs with one of its hands, and as it's getting closer, he grabs with the second hand, which gives you a second, like, sort of uppercut, which you come up and smack him in the chin, which knocks his head straight up in the air, and you watch as he sort of cracks his neck and sort of shakes it off.
You're gonna have to do better than that, Ape.
I begin to start slapping my own ass and beating my chest. And I'll end my turn.
Okay. All right. Oh, did you have an end turn button?
Yeah.
Where is
Interesting.
it?
Should be on the combat tracker.
I don't. Mine's not up.
Whenever it's your turn.
Yeah, and if it's not, then you can, the little crossed blades up there, you can actually right-click it, and it'll pop it out into a small little tracker.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, when it's your turn, like, on that small little tracker, it'll say end turn, like, on the bottom of it.
I never popped out. I was looking at the thing in the sidebar, and it wasn't showing up there.
All right, Kai, you're up.
Alright, let's see. Am I flanking?
Yeah.
Let me move this combat tracker real quick. Okay. Gonna roll that there.
23 does hit.
And then I'm gonna roll that there. Making sure there's nothing else I want to do.
20 does hit.
Okay.
So
And
Kai,
I can use the rest of my movement, can I?
yeah,
All right, I'm just move right here.
okay. So Kai sheaths his sword. He sighs, closes his eyes, opens them, and runs straight towards the Minotaur. As he gets close, as he unsheaths his sword in an upward strike, and then goes in and pierces through the plates and sort of twists his blade. And as he twists the blade, the Minotaur kind of like twitches a little bit, and you can tell that the Minotaur is starting to feel these. It's still not as effective as they haven't been, but he's definitely weakening, and you can start to see that. You can see the wear and tear. You can actually see some of the pitch black blood dripping onto your blade from this strike as you take out the sword and move back into position, giving enough wiggle room for Three-Toed Jim, as he is a reckless boy.
My turn?
Correct.
Yeah. I just like run in like a crazy bat out of hell, screaming above my head, and I go in with the Great Weapon Master attack. Please hit for once. Yeah,
Ooh.
buddy! Choo choo!
Oh shit!
That's actually scary, bro. Like, how did you get that?
Bro, that's hilarious. That's so fucking funny.
Choo, motherfucker!
So you guys watch as he's like, ah, and he comes up and he like jumps like before he's 20 feet to him, and as he's screaming in the air, the Chosen of Baphomet looks at him and he splits right down the middle, actually splitting the helmet into two and causing a bit of blood to start to streak down the Minotaur's face, which you can now see. This Minotaur is definitely This Minotaur is not like most Minotaurs. You can see the sort of dark hair, the malformed skin. You can see the teeth. There's a very, very demonic essence about this particular Minotaur, as if he's been corrupted by the dark energies of the abyss itself. So that's one attack.
I'll do the same thing.
Man, as he's doing this, I'm like imagining him looking like Chucky on the first Child's Play, where he just has his mouth open like, ah! You stupid bitch!
So that one also hits, which you go in and slice horizontally, chopping right at his legs, essentially, causing him to one of his knees to buckle as he starts to lose balance, and you can see that he's starting to breathe heavy. He's definitely hurt, but he's still got some fight left in him.
Shouldn't have made me that angry.
He looks at you, Kai, as Three-Toed Jim says that.
Maybe these allies will be better than your last ones. And perhaps
Hear me?
a bit more fun.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna yell at him. You're gonna regret those words.
So he's going to use a legendary action to run around the backside of our good old giant ape friend and do a gore attack against Trina. Kai and Three-Toed Jim, if you wish to use your reaction for an opportunity attack, you may.
Like 100%, dude.
It's not at advantage because flanking is broken as he gets out of your threat range, but an 18 does hit for Three-Toed Jim.
I'm not gonna use mine.
Okay. So he's gonna do a gore attack against you, Trina, which he did a natural 20. I have to move the giant ape real quick so that I can give you this damage.
Am I dead?
No,
no, nice.
but I need a Constitution saving throw, which I think is, let's see, 39 divided by 2, and a 12. Do you have Warcaster?
I think
You
so,
do.
Yeah.
So you have advantage.
I
So
for every.
So I do believe that the 19 just makes it. So you are still concentrating on your spell. Because it
Well, we
should
know
be
what I'm
rounded
gonna
down,
cast.
yeah.
Gonna sucky that boy.
It's my turn now?
Correct, yes.
Okay, it wasn't telling me, so I didn't know. It's telling me to end concentration.
Just click no if that's an option.
I did click no.
Alright, let me do this real quick. Alright, cast it again. Yeah, it looks like whatever update happened over the weekend kind of made things a little difficult. Let's see. So 19 necrotic damage, and you get to heal for that, right? Is it, or is it half?
I think it's half. Hold on, let me read it real quick.
You regain points equal to half the damage. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm
half
gonna
damage.
heal you for the whole thing, and then hurt you for half of it.
Okay.
It's cool. Click no on that concentration check. If it lets you, if it doesn't, just roll it anyway, and we don't have to lose the concentration because you're not going to.
It didn't show me a concentration thing, so.
Okay, cool. You're good then.
And then I
Yeah.
am going to sidestep out of the way. To, I don't know. I'm gonna go behind the rock.
Okay. As you leave, he will make a great axe attack against you with his
Of course
reaction.
he will.
He hits you with a 25 for 17 damage.
Man, why is this roll so much better than ours? Jesus.
Because he's a dick.
For yourself.
Flee, puny little elf.
Okay. Is that all for Trina?
Gar.
Okay. So on his turn, he stares at all of you.
Quite formidable. I look forward to fighting you again. But perhaps maybe I'll bring friends.
He looks over the shoulder, he moves to the side of Dr. Thorpe's giant ape extraordinaire. He looks at you dead in the face, Kai, and you can see the grin coming across his face that always comes when he's about to do something very sinister to you, and it kind of makes you wince for a second.
I'll be back, and I'll bring an army of demons, and we will destroy whatever it is you find dear. Think of this as a moment of reprise from our torture. I'll let you get attached to this world again before I take away everything.
As he says that, that dark portal opens up, and he runs into it.
Of course he does. Finish!
It's not a spell, so you cannot counterspell it.
Before he leaves, I typed out something for me to say.
Go for it.
Hold on. So.
Hey, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it a
I'm gonna
lot.
say that.
Hopefully you
and
enjoy the
to
content.
Whoever's looking, you kind of see that Kai's eyes roll to the back of his head as he's saying this, and his eyes light up as well. Red.
Does Big Monkey not get an opportunity attack?
No, he like brought the portal right around himself.
Oh, and just kind of like.
And just
makes
like,
sense.
yeah. So as that happens, the Minotaur, so the portal essentially manifests around him and then engulfs him and then falls in on itself as if it was never there. And with that, combat is over, and you guys are standing there, and it's almost as if he never came around, yet Kai is still standing here with you guys.
Out of character, I'm missing 2 languages.
Do you know which ones they were? Actually, I can go to Roll20 and find them.
They're in my backstory.
I'll log into Roll20 real quick and add those.
Do you not see my character backstory?
Oh, hey, that's a good spot to put them. All right, let me add those. So as that finishes, as he goes away, you guys see Kai sitting here, and you just saw, so Jim and Trina, you guys definitely saw this. Lloyd, roll me a perception check real quick.
Perceptione, where are you at?
And Dr. Thorpe, you would have seen it too. Actually, no. I would think the primitive instincts of an ape is to always keep an eye on your enemy. So you probably missed this. Also, you're stuck in ape form until Lloyd drops it, which is hilarious.
I'll walk over to this tree right here, and I want to try and tear out this tree.
Roll me a. You can do just a general strength check. Lloyd, you did not see what Kai did, but Jim and Trina, you did see that as he responded to the Chosen of Baphomet, or well, the Minotaur for you guys. That's what you know him as. As he responded, you saw his eyes roll into the back of his head, give this sort of like fiery sheen, and you heard him speak out in a language that, if you can read it, then you know exactly what he said, and you know exactly what language he said it in. If you can't read it, then you have to make a guess, I guess. Also, you rip out the tree. It takes you a couple seconds, but you get a good grip. You use all your might, and you uproot this tree. Dirt flies everywhere.
You see me holding the tree like it's a bat, like just looking around, trying to see if there are enemies around, just watching.
I will be right back. I'm gonna go and get some water, but you guys go ahead and RP.
Jeff, does your character look like Alfred?
He looks like the wizard from RuneScape, the dark wizard.
I know, but like, but does
kind of a little bit? Yeah.
There's okay, all right,
pretty similar actually.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go up to Three-Toed Jim and shake his hand and tell him thank you for helping me. So I don't know what I would have done without you guys' help. And then as I also say that, I look towards you, Lloyd, and I yell, Alfric, is that you? And I run towards you and give you a big hug.
I hug you back, kind of confused. I'm like, who? What? What are you talking about? Who's Alfric?
I like nudge him a little bit, and it's like, nah.
Come on.
Good old Alfric, always playing.
My name's Lloyd. Who are you, by the way?
I kind of tilt my head a little bit, and it's like, Alfred, it's me. What are you talking about? And as I'm saying this, I'm kind of like, I sound tired, I guess, like out of breath and everything.
You okay there? You just came through a portal. There was this creature.
Am I okay? I try to laugh a little bit, but as I'm like kind of laughing, you see me start to cry a little bit too as well.
That's gonna be okay. Don't worry.
It's like I just go to him and say Alfred again, and then I pass out on you.
Ah, boy. I look around. Where's our cart at? How far back is it?
Back over there.
Yeah, it's
maybe
like
we should get.
it's not far away.
I'm gonna go
I
get
go.
the cart. You guys watch him. Oh, he's coming. Okay, never mind. Are you bringing the cart over to us?
Seymour.
Oh, okay.
I would say
Oh,
Seymour
maybe-
can herd the horses
I
over
was
to
gonna say
you guys.
that'd be dope.
Yeah, let's
Objectives
go get the cart.
of this game or
Have Seymour
of this
bring
current
over
session?
the horses and
And I look over to our very large polymorph friend, and I'm like, "Oh, hello there, Dr. Thorpe. Can you hear me?"
He kind of like how the Hulk looks on when Captain America was getting ready to say smash. He's like, "Hey, Hulk," and he just jerks his head over and looks down at him.
No. Calm down. We're all friends here, right? The guy left.
Can't you turn him back into his self?
I mean, I can, but I mean, does he want to stay like that for a little while? It lasts for an hour.
The session
You only turn you back.
No, Dr.
objectives
Thorpe,
were
probably
to
not.
defeat that creature,
As
which
he
they did,
said, does he want to stay like that for a while?
and have them meet Kai
I
and then
smashed
get to the next
tree into the
location.
ground.
Okay. Maybe we should put the tree.
strong no.
Okay, how about we put the tree back where we got it? Okay, the tree didn't do anything to us, and then I'll change it back. Okay.
I lean my head down towards him and like snort a little bit, snort air in his face, and like in front of his whole body.
Come on now, the tree didn't deserve that. That's a nice aged tree. You just put him back, and you know, I can change it back. Okay.
I like look at the tree that's in my hand, and then look back at him, and like I toss it far away.
Yeah, I think there's a delay of
I
like
changed it
5
back.
or 10 seconds
I dropped the spell.
because of my stream coming from my network
Midway
to
through
Mob
carrying a
Crush
tree.
and then going to YouTube. Yeah, that makes
So
sense.
Kai passed out, right?
Yeah, he on the ground.
I don't have a delay on my stream,
let's
but
get rid of the
because I'm
card.
using the Mob Crush service, I think
turn
it
back, but I'm,
inevitably
like,
will have a
as
delay,
I'm like turned back,
regardless of what I do.
I start holding like my ribs where like I was gored at, and it was just and get up and crack my neck and start walking towards the cart.
With
You guys
every
doing
step,
alright?
a little bit of blood starts to drizzle from your chest.
I cast a good berry and I hand one to him. I know this isn't much, but he can help a little bit.
I hold a hand up, and I cast Cure Wounds on myself
Okay.
at 3rd level.
Hey, I'll take that berry.
Oh yeah, you get one too. Here you go. I pass it and I go over to Kai and I put one in his mouth and I make him eat it. And I go up to Trina and give her one as well.
Okay. All of you, if you eat your good berry, can heal 1 HP.
Yeah.
Give more, please.
Hi, Roller.
I give them each one more.
More, please.
I give them each one more.
Overly.
I think I only get 10, right?
Nope, that was wrong. 59. Hey, thanks
Yeah,
for those
pass
that
it, Ken.
food.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, no biggie.
I'm full.
Yeah, you will be all day. So,
Shoot, buddy.
what was that about?
I think you have a familiar face.
Apparently. And didn't we have someone else traveling with us? I thought.
Oh.
Maybe.
He must have fallen into a portal or something.
I don't even know who that. I can't recall who it was, but I could have sworn there was someone else with us this whole time.
Damn memory spells.
Anyway, now we have this guy who thinks I'm someone he knows. We have that thing that just escaped. Dr. Thorpe, I don't know, you guys aren't looking too great. But
It's kind of fun fighting, seeing what we all can do, though.
yeah.
Thorpe was just sits on the edge here and just starts writing in his journal.
I walk up to Thorpe. You okay there, buddy?
I know
Saw you
exactly
almost
what
went-
he's writing.
Saw you almost went down
This
there.
bitch turned me into an ape.
You see he's completely like tunnel vision on what he's writing.
Okay, I'll leave you to that. Go up to Trina and say, so how are you doing? You okay?
I'm fine.
Okay. I
My
don't
main
exact-
concern is what dimension did this kid come from? And why was it the same one as the Minotaur?
That
Well,
is
it seems like it's the same one.
that is kind of concerning. I want to go over to him and I want to cast remove curse on him. See if anything happens.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Nothing that you would expect. You do it, and Kai just kind of sits there. Funny thing is, Kai, that you remember Alfric doing this exact thing to you once upon a time.
Well, he is still out like a light. So
Oh, did Kai pass
yeah, he
out?
passed out. Yeah,
Specifically,
Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
I-
You don't remember shit.
In his sleep, he remembers it.
yeah.
and
My bad.
so, did you hear anything that I did or no?
I heard most of it, but my what's it called? My headset goes in and out when I'm in the kitchen. So some of it I heard, some of it I didn't.
Oh, so
Well, let's
Kai recognized him as Alfric, and he thought he was Alfric.
yeah.
Went and gave him a big hug and essentially passed out.
I was like, don't know who that is, but you're gonna be okay, sort of thing. Well, let's get him on the card at least. I guess.
As you all say that, Thorpe closes his journal loudly, places it back in his bag, and then stands up.
What'd
and
you write in there?
Walks back towards the group.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry about that being abrupt. I didn't want you to go down into the fight, and I thought it'd be better if you weren't so injured during the fight.
He just looks at you like, just casts a grin, and then says, "So,
Right on,
Alex,
Justin.
and
I
what's-
got you, my man.
I mean, I guess so. I could have sworn we had someone else traveling with us, but I honestly can't remember. And
I hope that
Seems like-
is said
Okay.
Bajay instead of BJ.
Can't just leave him here.
I appreciate the follow, my man.
Gotta put him on the cat.
seems like it's connected to the thing that just left.
Well, in that case, I'm just kidding. Let's put him on the cat.
can very well leave him here."
Yeah, I bring out my extra blanket in my bedroll, and I make a little makeshift thing in the cart.
Okay. So make a nice little makeshift cot. You guys put Kai in there, and Like as you're moving him and stuff, he does like sort of move a bit, and his face kind of twitches as he kind of like you can see that he either passed out from the sheer amount of stress, or maybe he's just extremely exhausted from what just transpired. You're not exactly sure what the entire case is, but you can see that he's kind of in a dream state right now. So he's definitely asleep, and like he's muttering stuff that's unaudible. You can't tell what it is that he's saying, but he's talking in his sleep.
Also, to whoever picks me up, like, you notice that my body temperature is hotter than usual.
Guy's got a fever.
That.
I don't want to get sick.
Let's see. What do I have in my bag?
Do we have a cowbell?
Cowbell. Do I have a regular bell? I think I have a signal whistle. I start rummaging through my bag. Let's see. I have a regular bell, and I pull out a regular bell. You need one?
Thank you.
A cowbell will do.
Okay. I hand you a bell.
Thank you.
What else you got?
What you need the bell for?
I don't.
Oh, okay, never mind that. I'll put the bell back, and I'll look very confused.
Roasted.
And then let's see. I have
Does no one else get that?
what the cowbell reference?
Yeah.
Oh, I got it. I was just playing. I'm just being
okay,
super
good.
serious in character.
Good. I was a little.
No, you're good. Let's see.
Yeah, essentially, more than likely, the
I guess
party should get to
no,
the next
I have
location.
a,
That should
an
be
extra,
it.
like a sack in my bag,
For
Brady.
the battles.
And I rip it up and I cast Ray of Frost on it and I put it over his head.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems like he has a fever.
Okay, so you put a nice cool bandage on his head, which, as you do, you can see that Kai kind of winces, and he starts to shake a little bit as if he just does not like that.
Can I take it off?
His body calms down a bit, but he is still hot to the touch.
Guess
Right.
leave him alone.
I guess so, yeah. Well,
Correct, yes, I am Brady.
Let's get on our way before, I guess make camp.
Another
You
minute.
can call me Brady, you can call me Yoshi Kid,
It's actually getting
Yoshi
pretty
Kid
late
Neo,
now, isn't it?
whatever floats
7
your
PM
boat. I'm cool with it.
I think. Am I reading that right?
I use Yoshi Kid Neo as my screen name,
We're almost
obviously
closer.
for the
How
stream,
close are we?
or Kung
Only
Fu
like
Panda
10
is what I
minutes away.
usually call myself
never
on a lot
mind,
of
yeah,
games if it's
Gotta move
available.
on.
Okay.
right.
Yeah, so you guys pile in your cart. Dr. Thorpe, with his cure wounds, has definitely sealed up and ceased the bleeding. His armor that he's wearing, you can see, is definitely damaged.
I am not wearing armor. This is like a.
Oh, that's
natural-
right. I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah.
His suit, his tailored suit, has 2 big ass holes in it.
I'm still wearing the civilian outfit. We're good.
Oh,
My suit's
okay.
It's untouched.
Hey, perfect. His civilian outfit is got a big ass hole in it.
Doctor,
hmm
would you like me to mend that for you?
Looked down at the hole. I was like, yes, if you would, please.
Press the digitation.
So that cleans it up all nice, but it does not mend it.
I cast mending.
Mending mends it.
See, he's got it.
And I go around to everybody else and cast mending on their clothes if need be.
Okay. Yeah, so you go around and mend what you can. Which I think is only really the clothes that Dr. Thorpe is wearing.
Okay.
Because Three-Toed Jim, like he's got like the shoulder pauldron and like some pants, but I'm pretty sure
made out of a bear skull, like not even armor.
Yeah. So you guys hop in the cart, Dr. Thorpe. You start to the elk spirit starts to guide the horses, and you can tell that they're definitely roaming at a faster pace than normal. And you go on for about 15 minutes or so. As you are headed, it's starting to get late. Let's see, 15 minutes.
Sorry.
5. So it's 7-ish in the evening. The sun, as you're looking up, you see that the sun, as it's starting to go beyond the horizon, the moon is coming up at the exact same time. And after the next 3 minutes or so, the moon ends up eclipsing the sun, and you can see a solar eclipse. Right? That's the solar eclipse. Is the sun is behind the moon, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
You guys see a solar eclipse, and as that's happening, it probably lasts for 30 seconds, and it's a sight to behold. It's not something that happens all the time, and you guys all look at it and you're like, "Wow, that is quite marvelous." Within that 30 seconds, a cart is rolling from the location that you guys are headed. They steer clear of you guys, but as they come into earshot, as well as within eyesight, because there is still light. It's just, dim light, so you can't see colors or anything if you've got dark vision or whatever. But you can see that it looks to be a cart with 2 riders at the front, 2 horses, and on the backside where you guys are you've got Kai laying down and stuff, instead of a normal carriage, it is what looks to be an iron cage. And inside of that iron cage, you can see somebody that's got their arms outstretched towards that solar eclipse. And you can hear screaming. And as you start to get closer and closer, the solar eclipse ends, and you guys start to be able to hear the audible sounds of this screaming. And you're able to make out something like, "It calls to me! It calls! Let me go! My stone needs me! Let me go! I must answer its call before it's too late! Free me!" And this person, as you get closer and closer to the cart, so you're probably within 50 feet at this point, you can see that the person is trying to pull themselves through the bars. And for those of you that have excellent vision, you can actually see that he's starting to do so much damage to himself that his flesh is being ripped, because he's trying to put such sheer force in between the bars to escape that it's actually catching hold of his skin and tearing it from him. And as he keeps doing it and you get closer and closer, you can hear audible cracks from his bones breaking because of the force he's putting trying to get out of this cage. And it gets so intense to the point where the cart drifts off to the side of the road and stops, and the guards hop off, and they got their one of them's got their pike in hand, the other one draws their sword. "Oi, get back, what are you doing to yourself, mate?" The guy with the pike puts the pike towards the gentleman, which the gentleman goes out and grabs the sharp portion of it and tries to pull it, but ends up just shredding his hand and starts to profusely bleed. But then he goes in with the same hand and tries to grab it. "You must free me! I must answer the stone's call! Let me go! Let me go!" And as he's doing that, the 2 men stand back, and one of them starts to fiddle with the key ring, goes to the back. The other one puts the pike down and grabs the shield instead. the gentleman inside the cage comes towards the back as one of them's trying to unlock it. And the moment he unlocks it, the other guy shield bashes the dude, and he gets knocked out cold. As that happens, you guys are like right within 10 feet of them passing by. Is there anything you wish to do during this whole interaction?
Where were we again exactly? Were we at the town?
You're outside of the town, essentially where the P is in Party. So you're outside of the main town, and you're almost to the port.
Okay. And how close are we to the guy, the guard?
You guys are within like 10, 20 feet.
I want to just kind of yell out, what's going on?
We don't know. Picked up this crazy bloke from the Port Namat. He's been shouting obscenities about some stone that he's been trying to cultivate to something like that. Says it fell from the sky.
Interesting. Is everybody like that over there?
No, not at the port, but some reports from Bleakbell say that some folks have started to go crazy like this.
And what was that thing with this? Was that an eclipse that just happened? You see that?
Aye, yeah. Quite lovely. I've only read about them in books, never thought I'd actually get to see one. But for whatever reason, the gentleman that we had, he, kept talking to us. It was rather annoying. But the moment that happened, he just went ballistic.
And you just put him in this, or where are you taking him?
Aye, we're taking him back to Kriat. He's got a lovely date with the Inquisition. They're gonna have questions for him, that's for sure.
Okay, and do you work for the port or the town?
Aye, we work for the Empire.
Okay, no, just curious. Yeah, we're just heading to the port now. Just never seen anything like this before. That's just kind of
nor have we. I don't know what's going on in Bleakbell, but I'd stay clear.
Okay. Well,
it seems that whatever dropped from the sky has started to make them start to lose their minds. The more and more folks that go there and come back crazy. This one's definitely the worst of it all.
Do you know anything else about the thing that fell from the sky, or no?
Can't even really tell if it's true or not. I've just heard the stories.
And what this guy's been saying? Okay.
Yeah, something about a stone fell from the sky, which, sounds kind of... probably some kids playing tricks. Probably got to the highest rooftop and tossed something, made it look like a stone. Fell from the sky, but there's no reason to go crazy or mad for it.
Okay. Well, take care. Be careful with him, I guess.
Alright, we will. Really, you should be hoping the Inquisition's a little lax with them.
Yeah, I hear they don't really take kindly to people, even of his type.
Oi. Best to steer clear of them if you're ever able to. But we appreciate the sentiment, and he tips his hat towards you, or his he straightens his helmet, and the guys start to get into the cage, and they bring out manacles. Perhaps maybe you've got some bandages or something we can try to mend this gentleman's arm. We don't normally need medical supplies on station, especially with such a short trip between port and the Empire. We didn't think the poor bloke would shed his own skin.
I looked at everybody else and do you guys have anything like that? I don't have any medical supplies.
Any type of gauze, bandages, maybe a healer's kit?
I didn't pick up a healer's kit.
I have a healer's kit.
Let me look through my bag.
Would you mind letting us use it just to make sure the bloke doesn't bleed out?
Yeah, that's fine. I ain't got no problem with that.
Go ahead and mark one use of it, please. And as they mend the gentleman's arm, but at least as best as they can, you can tell that they're definitely not practiced in medicine at all. But it's enough to get to where the bleeding is somewhat stopped, and they're in the process of putting these manacles onto the gentleman and hooking him to the bars of the cage. Once they're done with everything, they hand it back to you, and they hand you 2 gold pieces. On behalf of the Empire, thank you.
Oh yeah, you're no worries.
So go ahead and mark 1 use of your healer's kit and add 2 gold, and they hop back onto their cart and they start to ride off back onto their way. Did you do role playing in this sort of like for D&D or a game, or was it just for just for funsies?
I guess we gotta be careful going into the port like this.
He's hear Thorpe just sigh and crack his neck again.
You worried?
I can
there?
dig that. Me and my friends would kind of like do role play kind of stuff in like video games and stuff, but we
Talking to
never
me or
played
talking to
D&D.
Lloyd?
Anyone?
I didn't start playing
Said
D&D
you,
until probably
like, had to be
2016, I
careful.
think.
You worried?
But I've always wanted to. Like 2016 was when I really got into D&D, and I think
not every day you see
if
the
you look
clips
back
and-
on
and,
my YouTube
people
channel
trying to push
at like my
themselves
older
in bars.
videos,
So a little bit,
you'll see
yeah.
my first campaign
a lot
and
of
stuff that I
omens going
recorded.
on.
I've made a lot
like
of
a Minotaur
improvements
and
since then.
Portal and solar eclipse, crazed
Yeah.
lunatics.
Yeah,
Fanatics.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a tad bit concerned, but
Well, as long as we keep the magic under wraps,
oh, of course.
we should be okay.
So the closest place to us is the port. Where? I looked at everybody else. Where is Bleak Bell from here? I'm still.
Bleak Bell, where we just came from.
We just came
No,
from Bleak Bell?
you
I thought
came
we
from Krayat.
Yeah.
And Bleak Bell is a day or two ship ride from the port that
That's
you're
where
headed
we're
to.
going, right? That's
Okay.
where we're headed.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, just double checking. Okay. Well, let's just check into port and see if we can get a spot in the inn or something, and try to lay low till tomorrow.
Would be
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Was that Thorpe? You okay?
yes. That is the best idea.
Yeah, we got to get this. I look to our new unconscious fellow. We got to get him to a nicer resting location.
Thorpe casts a quick glance at the young lad and continues to look forward as he gets the horses moving again.
Okay. And yeah, within the next 5-10 minutes, you guys start to see the town, the port. And from what you can see is that the mass concentration of houses and housing and buildings really are in the center of it. And it's probably only for maybe a couple hundred feet, maybe 500 feet, like of housing at most. And then beyond that, right on the water's edge, is probably about double that of dock space. And from what you can see is that most of the docks seem to have maybe a ship or two, depending on what size they are. And from what you can tell, actually, all of you can roll me a history check. Those of you that are conscious, that is. Kai, at any moment, you may wake up from your slumber if you wish.
Okay.
So based on those history checks, there we go. Okay. So Dr. Thorpe and Lloyd, you guys know that most of the ships that you see on the sort of left portion of the docks, based on their size and by the colors that they have, which happen to be mostly of a blue and silver, you can tell that those are more naval military vessels. There's not a whole lot of them. There's maybe a dozen or maybe 24 ships. And 2 of them are rather large, probably hold a crew of, 100+ men. But you can tell that that's the military naval might of this empire based on this port alone. All the rest of the ships, and there's hundreds of boats, all of them look to be very small. Some of them are cargo ships, some of them are fishing vessels. But the only ones that seem to be ready for any type of military action are those ones on the very far left. Bolent, thank you very much for the follow. Hopefully you enjoy the content.
I would suppose any of you have any idea how we can fetch a ride on one of these fleets.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably with some gold.
Noted.
Or coercion,
And at this point, are we like actually in the area of the port?
Yeah, so as you guys are starting to come down, let me bring you to the map. So as you're starting to come down the hill and get closer and closer to the city, the outskirts of the city, they're not lined with any sort of like fencing or defensive structures. On the road, though, you do see what looks to be like a very, very, I guess it wouldn't be small, like a 3-story building that you can see has the colors of the Empire and looks to be more of like the guard stronghold of this city. Maybe one of many. You're not exactly sure what the layout of the city is, but this is definitely where the guards keep watch of the road of who's coming and going. There's no one posted at the road or anything like that. It looks like you can just pretty much come and go from this port as you please. As you guys start to get closer and a little bit towards the very outskirts of the town, you're starting to see people that are walking around in between this small huddle of buildings. And the closer you get, the more you see how sort of wobbly their movement is, how they're not walking in a straight line. You can hear hiccuping. You can hear people in the alleyways starting to vomit and things like that. You can hear the sounds of men on woman action in the alleyway and further beyond. You can tell that this port is definitely full of sailors, and all of them, from what you can see so far, seem to be very drunk.
I had a joke for that, but I'm gonna hold my tongue. All right. I'm assuming that the inn is around that way. And I point towards like where other people are. Is there a anywhere that we could perhaps like park the cart safely?
Yeah, from what you can see is there is a stable close towards the entrance of the village, or the port rather, which you would naturally start to guide towards. And as you do pull up, the stable hand is currently putting on new horseshoes to one of the horses. He looks up from his work. Oi, need board for a night? Or maybe a couple?
If you please.
Aye, aye. Do you know about how long you'll be?
I look to the rest of the group. How long do you think that we'll be staying?
I guess you're coming into harbor. Are you planning on taking a vessel somewhere?
In fact, we are.
Where you headed?
Buckbeak. Buck
He kind of
whales.
squints at you. Never heard of either of those places, so I can't guarantee how much time you'll be.
What's the city over there?
One south of here, Bleak Bell?
Oh,
Bleak
yes, that
Bell.
one. Yeah, Bleak Bell.
Yeah.
That's about day and a half, 2 days if the winds are fair. So that'd be full days at least there and back. Probably leaving tomorrow, so you'll need probably at least 5 days unless you're planning on staying extra days in Bleak Bell. I'd probably do a 10-day stay if I was safe, because you never can tell what exactly is going to happen at sea.
Sure, why not?
All
How
right.
much would that be?
2 horses and the cart, I presume. 50 gold.
Okay.
Oh yeah, how much gold did Agent J throw to me?
Oh, good question. Let me open up. And essentially, everything that Agent J threw. I see. I don't know if Kai inventory. So Kai, you're gonna have 0 fundage. By the way. Agent J gave you 2 platinum pieces and 610 gold pieces.
Okay. I guess I'll like look in my my pockets and fill the extra coin purse, and I'm looking at it, like thinking to myself, where did this come from?
Hey, what if we pay you part now and then part when we get back, just in case?
Doesn't quite work that way, but if you do get back early, I can give you back some refund of whatever nights you didn't use.
I take 50 gold out of the pouch that was given to me and hand it to him.
Perfect. It's about 5 gold per day, so for every day that you get back before the 10 days over, I'll give you 5 gold for it, eh?
Seems like a fair establishment.
He grabs a scroll and starts jotting down some stuff. Paid 50 gold for 1 10-day, 2 horses, 1 cart, and he writes a large line. If one of you would please sign at the ledger, please.
What's the late fee in case we don't get back?
It'll just be an extra 5 gold per day that you're not there. I don't really do any sort of late fees. I understand the sea very well. And some folks get lost at sea. If you'll double over your stay, though, I will assume you shipwrecked and dead, and I will take over ownership of your horse and cart.
I get ready to. I sign it as Gerald Thrawn.
Gerald Thrawn. Okay. Okay. So he looks it over and goes, right, got 50 gold. Gerald Thrawn, nice to meet you. Yeah, I will make sure to keep your horses healthy and happy. I'll make some minor repairs on your cart, and he looks it over. That's a mighty nice cart. Well,
he smirks at him.
Probably only needs maybe a polish or something like that, but I'll make sure to get that done in a jiffy then for you. Anything else I can do for you folk?
An inn that we can stay in for the evening.
Where there's an inn, there's only one of them in town, and that's Sailor's Alley. Go down the main road until you hit the docks. Take a right, and you'll see it at the very end. Can't miss it. Red lights everywhere.
Was that the place where all the drunk people are at?
Exactly. The harbor master you can find, if you go straight down the main road, you should see his cottage right there at the edge of at the first dock that you see. He'll be able to book your passage for your ship tomorrow, if you haven't already gotten a ticket.
Is he awake at the moment?
I'm sure he is. It's only 8:15. If he's asleep, I don't know why.
Oh, thank you.
All right, you
hop,
all have a wonderful stay here in Port Namat.
I hop off the cart, grab my belongings, and then go up to the horses and pet them each slowly on their heads.
Okay. Kai's in the back, and you start to hear him. And after a few moments, he picks himself up and sits up, shakes his head, and sort of starts rubbing his forehead a bit.
Good morning, Sleeping Beauty. How do you feel?
Oh, it's actually evening.
Yes, I'm aware.
Man, I needed that. And who are you?
Are you?
Me?
He's just confused where he's at. This is the innkeeper.
No, I'm not the innkeeper. I'm the stable master. Name's Ebar.
Stable master.
Huh. How you doing?
Doing well. Your horses will be doing well too. Once you exit the cart, I can put it in storage.
I kind of just look around, like oblivious to the situation. So where's Alfred?
Kai, I just go along with it. Over here. Come over here. Get out of the cart.
Oh, okay. I get out.
Okay.
And then head towards Lloyd.
Okay.
Yeah,
What is your name, child?
Kai Runa, at your service. And I kind of do like a little strong man, puff my chest out with his arms on his hips. Oh yeah, thank you to all of you for earlier today. Or it is still the same day, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Why were you fighting that Minotaur?
Yeah, what was that thing?
He's just mad because he couldn't kill me. Oh wow, that's pretty.
Yeah, but what was that thing?
Minotaur.
No, it actually wasn't. He was part of this group. I don't know if y'all I'm pretty sure you heard of him. And I kind of like lean in and kind of wave my hands for everybody to come in so I can tell them something.
I look at him inquisitively.
Thorpe
same.
just has one hand in his pocket and just keeps walking.
So I lean in and say, he's part of the Demon Lord's crew. He is a chosen of Baphomet.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Woohoo?
I don't want to say his name again to freak people out.
Okay.
From what you can tell, as you probably like peer over to look at who's looking at you, no one paying attention to you. Even the stable master has started to take care of your horses, get them situated. All the people that you see are either drunk to the point where they don't even know what's going on. Some of them are talking and hitting on walls because they think they're women. Other people are just passed out in the streets.
So you guys never heard of Baphomet?
No.
Huh.
Do we have our history stuff yet?
Most of you do. I think the only ones I haven't gotten to are Jin and Kai now.
Okay, so that's...
It should be in your journal. I'm pretty sure I did Trina's, but I'm not 100%. No, I'm
Well,
pretty
'cause
sure I
I'm
did
just
train you.
wondering if I can roll for it to see if I know anything about the demon lords,
Oh yeah, go for
or
it. All of
unless
you
it's
can
included
roll.
in the history.
You can all roll either religion or history, only if you're proficient.
Hold on.
So you've heard the name Baphomet. You don't know a lot about him, but your goddesses have told you, in casual conversation, they brought up the name Baphomet and Demon Lord in the same sentence.
Okay.
As for Lloyd, you were trained by your elders to know a decent amount of the world's history. And you remember that way before the ruination of Boridil, there was a demon incursion, and Baphomet was one of those demons that essentially raided the world.
Okay.
He was one of the final 3 in their little demon battle for the title of Demon Prince. Other than that, you don't know anything else in regards to Baphomet.
Okay. Are you? Where are we at right now, Brady? Exactly.
I would assume either A, you're still at the stable, or if you guys were starting to walk towards the Harbor Master, you're on the main road headed that way.
I look over to Kai. Was it? How about we talk about this in private when we get to our rooms? Okay.
Lead the way.
Okay. And I go towards the crowd of drunken people.
Okay, so you guys are heading directly to the inn.
Or are you going to the inn?
Oh yeah, you're right. We gotta go to the harbor first to get the tickets.
Because I'll split off and go to the inn to get us rooms.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm already at the end while y'all were like talking to Kai.
I guess I'll go get the tickets first.
Okay. Splitting the party! I'm just joking.
Do you need money for the harbor master?
Let me check how much I got. 127 gold on me. I don't know.
The ship can't be that expensive. I give him 50 gold and be like, for my part, and if you need help buying anything.
Okay. I'll just keep it separate for now.
Okay. Do you guys care which order you do it in? I'll let you choose who goes first. Either Harbor... Actually, I guess in theory, Harbor Master would come before you get to Sailor's Inn, or Sailor's Alley. So Lloyd heads towards that location. Is anyone coming with Lloyd, or is it just Lloyd?
Kai is going with them.
Okay. What'd you say, Joe?
I'll go with Lloyd.
Okay. So you 3 head towards the Harbor Master, and then Thorpe and Trina go towards Sailor's Alley. So as you guys get to sort of the break in the road where it splits to left and right, you can see that there's a long cobblestone road that follows the entirety of the docks, well beyond all the buildings. And there's a nice modest shack right there. And as you approach the shack, you can see that the lights are on. There's like a sort of window. Think of like when you go to a concession stand, there's like a door, and then there's a window next to that door, both of which are closed currently. But you can see through the window you can see a candle light that's flickering. You just can't make out any of the general shapes and stuff because of how glass is pretty shitty back then.
Knock on the door.
hear someone hop up, start to walk over, and then you hear a series of clickings and clackings and metal gliding on metal, probably like 5 different sounds, and the door opens and you see a gnome answer the door. He puts on his glasses, adjusts them, and he looks up at you. Can I help you?
Yeah, we're trying to charter a ship.
He pulls out his pocket watch. Last check-in was 4 hours ago. You kinda late. You ready to charter for tomorrow?
Yeah, if we can.
What time would you like? And he pulls out of his pocket a ledger, and he starts flipping. Earliest ship we got leaving is at 7:30. After that would be 9. And then another one at noon. Do you want an early or late?
I think it might be better.
How late do you want to go? Last ship leaves at 4.
Early.
Well, I mean, I don't know, maybe like 7:30, like in between 7 and noon. What do you guys think?
I like look at him like at the side and like talk. I think we should go the early one.
Okay, yeah, we'll go early then.
All right, 7:30 then. How many folks?
Count. Do animals count as people? Like for passengers?
Not really, unless they're gonna have their own cot.
1, 2, 3, 5, 5, right?
5 folks. Yeah. All right, 5 folks. Do you need a round trip ticket, or are you just trying to get away?
We need a round trip. Yeah.
All right. He pulls out a second piece of paper and he starts scribbling stuff on it. You said 5 folks, round trip ticket. Where exactly you headed?
Bleak Bell, if possible.
Bleak Bell. All right. When do you want to return? Same day that you embark, or are you trying to stay a few days?
I'm trying to stay a few days. Like
right. I'll give you a ledger that you can give to the harbour master at Bleak Bell to refund your ticket.
Okay. Sounds good.
And so he starts writing stuff. He's like, 5 folks and about to... All right. 5 folks. Round trip. 250 gold.
Oh. Okay. I look over to Three-Toe Jim. How much you got on you?
Let's see here. Pull out my... I got about 400.
Okay. Well, Trina gave me 50. I have 127. I'll put 50. I'll put. I'll put Trina's 50 in. I'll put like 60 in. You get the rest, or how's that sound?
How much do I owe?
140 is needed.
Seems fair.
So Trina, make sure you deduct 50. Lloyd deduct 60. Jim deduct 140.
Yeah, I did when I gave it to him.
Perfect. And then he writes the ledger out, and he writes the a receipt of sale. He signs it, and then he puts a stamp on it. That's your receipt. Let me get your tickets. And he goes, he closes his door. You can hear him getting something else, and you can hear some shredding. He comes back a few moments later, and he hands you tickets. He's like, present these to the captain at Dock 3 tomorrow. They'll be leaving promptly around 7:30. Don't be late. There's no refunds if you're late. If you drink too much, you're gonna be late. Happens all the time.
You're not planning on drinking. Thanks, though. Okay.
Oi. Then what the hell are you doing in port for? If you're not gonna drink.
Taking a boat?
Yeah. That's how you travel.
Literally the only reason okay.
I guess maybe you're not from the Empire, so I guess never mind. I apologize for assuming. Well, you all find your way to Sailor's Alleyway if you need a place to stay for the night. And Yes, definitely mind the women. And the men.
Of course. Of course? Question mark.
Remember, Dock 3, promptly 7:30. The earlier you
Dock.
arrive, the better.
Dock 3, 7:30. Got it, got it.
Good day to you all.
You too, thank you.
He closes the door, so doesn't matter who, but you can add to your inventory 5 tickets for Dock 3 and receipt for passage, whatever you want to call it, just so you know what it is. As you guys do that, Dr. Thorpe and Trina, you guys walk down, and you walk a couple hundred feet before you start to see the sheen of red light illuminating in the distance. And the closer you get, you can hear the laughter, the giggling, you can hear the brawling that's happening, the smashing of bottles, the clinking of cups together in cheers, and of course the vomiting and lovemaking sounds coming from the area. As you get closer, pretty much like the scene you see here, it's just a lot of people doing a lot of things. There's people throwing up over the docks. There's people talking to women, trying to swoon them. All types of different things. There's gambling going on. As you guys come up, most everybody pretty much ignores you and does whatever it is they're doing. And in between all of this, you can see a couple of folk that are bringing these folks drinks and things like that. So you can tell that these are the bar wenches. These are the folks that are working. They're not totally obliterated. Maybe they can help you. But inside of this sort of open-aired bar, you can see the bartender currently cleaning glasses, as they always do in my world.
I look back to Trina. There's like, not the best of places, but I believe we can't be picky.
As you guys are talking to each other, a woman comes up and she's got a tray under her shoulder or under her armpit. Hi, can I help ya?
We need some rooms to sleep. For
Where the
tonight.
fuck did you come from?
I know, right?
Can you tell us?
Oh yeah, fuck, you're right. Yeah, I'm not there. Ignore me.
Did you, hey, did you Misty Step? Did you
I
Dimension
did,
Door?
Yeah. You're right. I'll shut up.
I'm just fucking with you, Jeff.
we
But,
were-
oh shit. Where'd he go?
We're hoping to get.
Haha, that was funny.
Wait, did he leave?
Yeah, he left and came back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Very dramatic.
We would like 5 rooms for this evening if they're available.
Go talk to the barkeeper. He can get you keys. But what's your drink order, ma'am?
What kind of wine do you have?
We got all types. Whites, reds, rosé. Ones that'll get you drunk. Ones that won't as much.
I'll take one of your mid-level reds.
All right. And for you,
Like-
sir?
I'll have what she's having.
Very well. And she does a curtsy and starts to walk towards one side of the bar.
Can we have a snack as well?
Sure. Do you just want the usual snack of cheese and crackers? Or would you like more of a meal?
I kind of... Or up to you.
Dealer's choice. I like it. And she starts to walk away.
I'll walk up to the barkeep.
And as he's cleaning a glass, Oi, you got your orders? Anything else I can help you with?
Yes. I was hoping to see if you had 5 rooms available for this evening.
Aye, we do. 5 rooms. They're spread out across the buildings, though. Hope that doesn't bother you. We've got 3 together, and then the other 2 are separate.
Where? Different
walk up.
location or...
I mean, as you can see, and he kind of points along the dock, those 5 buildings right there, they're all owned by the inn. They're the various rooms and such. 3 of them in one building. The other 2 are in their own separate building right now. That's our vacancy.
I walk up behind
Heather?
Trina and like speak in her ear. In a town like this, sure it'll be wise for us to be spread so far wide.
Those 3 rooms, is there more than one bed?
Aye, we can accommodate that, easy. Although the accommodated bed won't be as comfortable, but it's still better than the floor.
We'll take the 3 rooms that are next to each other.
Very well. Do you need it for just the one night, or do you need it for multiple?
Yes, we're shipping out in the morning.
For total, it'll be 10 gold for all 3. 3
how
gold
much
for
for
each
the
room,
wine and-
1 as a cleaning fee.
And then how much for the wine and the snacks we just ordered?
Nil will get you your total.
Okay.
I give him the 10 gold.
Thank you kindly. And he he goes to the end of the bar, opens or grabs a key ring from his belt, unlocks a drawer, goes in and grabs 3 separate room keys, brings them to you. Here you go. If you would kindly bring them back before you leave. Some folks forget, and it's quite a pain in the arse to change the locks.
Understandable.
Enjoy your
Which
stay.
building is our rooms in?
Oh, and he points to the tags. They're going to be in building 3, rooms 301, 2, and 3.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Pleasant stay.
And then
As you guys
Trina's
finish that,
gonna look around.
As you finish that and go start to walk probably back towards like the sort of more open area where there's not as many people, you see Lloyd, Kai, and Jim start to walk towards you guys. As they're walking, there's a group of sailors standing around, and all of a sudden one of them socks the other one in the face, and as that guy starts to tumble, he falls on top of Jim. Oh, he hit the midget!
I pick him up.
Easy enough. Oi, the midget picked him up! Yeah!
Jerk. And I throw him at the guy that punched him.
Okay, you throw him, and the guy that punched him gets clobbered by the full body of this dude, and they both fall. He hit him with the drunk guy! And then they all dogpile on each other and just start to roughhouse and completely forget that the midget caused all of this.
Trina's gonna find a place to sit out of the way.
I flex.
Yeah,
Like a quick
I follow her and sit next to her.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
So Trina, you do find a spot where you can sit. It's a nice little round table that sits 6 people. So you go and sit, and it's only like 10 feet away from where you are. As Three-Toed Jim flexes, someone comes up behind you, taps you on the shoulder. Why aren't you strong?
Yeah, I've been working out.
I can tell. Do you want to do a routine with me, perhaps in private?
What is this person?
So you see a woman dressed in some very floozy clothing, very see-through clothing. Very slender, very beautiful, very charming. She is human.
I'm sorry, miss, but I belong to someone else.
Oh, her? And she, the woman points to Trina. I can tell that I am much more fun than that one.
No. Not her. Someone that's not here.
Oh, well, one night and you'll forget all about me. And then you can remember all the good things about her. Come on.
Sorry. No, no, no.
I
And
lean
she-
toward.
Up. I gotta keep the pimp hand strong.
I lean towards Three-Toe Jim and be like, "What's a routine?"
And she looks at you, or she looks at you. Well, you're a little
I
younger for my
intercept and
taste.
say, your services won't be required here. With
I
our
say,
group.
you can take him on the routine at my expense.
No. We're good. We're all good.
She holds out a
You
hand.
can just leave.
Gesturing towards you, Kai. The man will pay anything, he said.
Kai, no, don't do that. Bad.
Kai, how old is Kai? Before I might change my mind on what I'm doing.
If I'm not mistaken, he's 14.
14. Ooh, that's really pushing limits. Are we talking like almost 15, 14, or like just was 13?
Like freshly 14.
He's just 14, man.
Bad.
Oh, I do have
no,
this.
No, bad. None of that.
I realizing now that he's a 14-year-old boy, I would like to retcon what I said.
Oh, I've been with younger.
Be gone, harlot. Your services won't be required here tonight.
No
Oh,
balls.
oh my god.
No balls.
What?
This is a fancy world.
I look towards Lloyd and I'm like, Alfred, like, what is it? Like a training routine? Because we can always train, right?
Very much
Be gone,
so.
harlot. Away with thee.
So she looks at you and casts you a glance, and
Fine.
she covers up her her boobage so that you can't see, and take a gander, and starts to walk away towards another group of men, and she starts to hit on them. And after only a few moments, one of them gives her a sack of coin, and they start to walk away towards the inns.
I say, get it.
And she casts you a glance and winks at you. And then she does that like little, with her palm facing you, she wiggles her fingers like a little wave, like a little flirty wave. And then, disappears from sight. As that finishes, Trina is sitting down, and the woman comes back. Aye, here's your food, your snacks, and your drinks. That'll be a total of 2 gold, please.
I'll give her 3.
Oh, and she does a curtsy. Thank you kindly.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Are those for everyone?
Oh, can you...
There's 2
get
drinks
their orders
and
as
cheese
well?
and cracker. And then she goes, yes, what would you like to drink? We've got all manners of stuff.
I'll take some whiskey. Or actually, do you have any Moston ale?
I don't believe we've gotten a shipment of that for a long, long time, unfortunately. Are you from Boston?
Yeah, I grow some of the hops over there.
Oh, you're one of the brewers.
Yeah.
Do you know why we haven't gotten our shipment?
No.
We sent a trade caravan to go get some, and sent them a very good absorbent amount of money, and we never got it. Nearly put the inn under.
Well, I'm sorry about that. I haven't been there in a while. I've been out of commission.
Well, perhaps something happened. Maybe they changed their ways, or perhaps maybe the trade caravan ended up getting lost. Regardless, I'll get you some other ale that's at least somewhat close to it if you want.
Nothing really comes close, so I'll have a whiskey.
Oh, the Lord Saxon special?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you want the whole bottle for 10 gold, or just a glass for 2?
Let's take the bottle.
I can do. And she looks to Kai and Lloyd. And for you two? Drinks, food?
I'm okay. Thank you, though.
I
Just
reach into my pockets and just pull out nothing.
A water?
Yes.
Were you saying yes to the water or to Lloyd?
To the water.
Okay. And she does a little curtsy and walks away.
So, Kai was it? Yeah, whenever you see a lady like that approach you at a place like this, never go with them, okay? Just promise me that.
Yeah, I'll definitely try to remember that. I remember my brother used to always kind of tell me about watch out for
anybody
women.
tell you about the birds and the bees?
Like as he's mentioned his brother, he's kind of starts to tear up a little bit.
Oh boy.
And he's like, nah, nobody's ever taught me about that.
Do you know how to read?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll find you an educational book or pamphlet.
He looks towards Lloyd. Alfred, what's the birds and the bees?
Oh boy. That's something for another time. Well, just I'm more confused on. Well, I'll ask you the thing we talked about earlier, in private, like when we get to the room. But what do you know where you're at right now? Exactly, like what continent you're on?
Boridil.
Does that ring a bell with us, Brady?
Yeah, you know that's the name of
Okay.
the world, essentially.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Do you know where we're at right now? Exactly, like what town?
I know we're at some type of port. That's about it.
Hey, Justin, you take it easy. Appreciate you coming out, my man. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself, and yeah, we'll see you next
Let
time.
me ask you this: how close are we to the city of guilds?
Don't think that rings a bell.
Nope, does not ring a bell to anybody. Actually, if you're proficient in history, you can roll it with disadvantage.
My God, if it lets
Here
me
we
down
go.
again, always. Why do I keep
7 and
rolling
15.
nines? This thing is rigged. Oh wait, never mind. 9 was my old one. Damn it.
Yeah.
That was actually a good one.
So you guys hear City of Guilds, and you kind of like shake your head. You're like, I've never heard of such a place.
Yeah, don't know what you're talking about.
City
Is
of
that
guilds.
the city of guilds, is that like a little city on the other side of the mountain or something?
It's not a little city, I can tell you that much. But don't City of Guilds, where everybody kind of met up on one accord. It was the only thing at one point that was kind of stopping the demon incursion.
Still not familiar with what you're talking about. I mean, I've heard stories of like the thing you mentioned earlier. Those are like.
Hey, where'd you come
like
from?
Tales, fairy tales, almost at this point.
In all honesty, I've been traveling pretty much my whole entire life.
Where'd you just come from?
Yeah, what was the last thing you remember before you saw us?
Last thing I remember, I was in the City of Guilds.
Okay.
And he puts his head down and says, like under his breath, I saw my brother Quinn, and I got tucked by some dude in a mask. And
I met you? We talked to you?
And I never got his name. Did we hear that?
No. I'm just joking. You don't hear that.
Okay.
I low-key thought about it, but no, you don't hear it. Not yet.
Awesome. He's for sure.
Yeah, so I was taken by him, and this was during the time where the Demon Lord crisis was like at an all-time high. Ended up meeting some old, musty-looking turtle. I found out what.
Lords, how long ago was this to you?
I don't. Where I was at, I lost track of time. All I was thinking about was survival.
Are we talking years? Days?
I don't know.
You know the difference between a year and a day, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. It was definitely longer than a day.
You look pretty young, so I mean, this isn't sort of game. I don't understand really what you're saying, or what you're coming from here, or where you're coming from. I'm not really familiar with anything of what you're saying. Keep going. Yeah.
As I'm saying this out loud and talking to you, I'm starting to realize that you're not Alfred.
Yeah. And then you were calling me by another name earlier, which was kind of confusing and concerning as well.
Yeah, he acts just like, well, he looks just like you, but y'all kind of act the same.
Yeah. I'd sure like to meet this guy one day, if possible.
So, Brady, I want to, like, I guess explain to them, I guess what we talked about earlier.
Okay, go.
I forgot some of it. Specifically.
So I guess what? Oh,
go ahead.
No, you go first.
Well, I was gonna say specifically after what happened when I found out what happened to my brother, and I was with Lid.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure in there I would not know the concept of time.
Yeah, so the last time you ever saw your brother, he was just a husk of a person. Dull gray eyes, did not have any type of emotion to him at all. Didn't even seem like he was actually alive, but he followed the orders of Lid, which was this turtle that you had met, and he followed his orders to a T. Never gave him any lit, didn't matter what Lid wanted, he did it without hesitation. And you knew about this for maybe about a week before you were taken away again. After you were taken away again, you were brought back, and you watched as I guess, well, however you want to describe it, the corpse of your brother or whatever was starting to be used for vile experimentations and mutated into this creature, this abomination thing, which eventually ended up getting loose and doing quite a bit of stuff to the location that y'all were at. You don't know exactly where this took place because of everything looking completely different every time you came back from wherever it was you were, which you ended up gaining. You were in the abyss somewhere, being tortured by the demons and stuff like that. But you could tell that time was passing quite quickly, and eventually your brother became this, like, this undead abomination that even Lid couldn't control anymore. And from then on, you never saw either of them after you had been taken back to the abyss. So the last thing you remember is your brother being this disgusting thing of a creature. And it's like he was, think of like the tank from Left 4 Dead in a way, except for one arm is a lot smaller. There's a bunch of eyeballs on the big arm, like around the shoulder, and Quinn's face is just looking like directly at you, like eyes wide, mouth wide, from the chest of this creature. And that's the last visage you have of your brother. From then on, it was pretty much just the routine torture, because after your brother was essentially destroyed, from what you know, the demons didn't really have anything to torment you mentally with your past, so they did it mostly physically. The main things you remember is them essentially chopping off limbs, reattaching them and doing it over and over again, getting you to the brink of death, letting you recover, and then doing it again, using mallets with sharp needles to crush your eyeballs so that you couldn't see, and then let them grow back. Awful stuff. And that's been the last forever that you've known. It feels like it's probably been years of you having to endure that.
Okay there, you're kind of zoning out.
Yeah, so what y'all saw earlier, or I guess when you met me, was just routine. And for some reason, well, I know the reason why, but I can't, I can't die essentially, or they couldn't kill me anyway.
Okay.
That leads to another thing, just to give y'all a heads up. I'm actually possessed by a demon. What demon it is, he just kind of shrugs his shoulders. I don't know. But that's one of the things I aim to find out.
With him saying possessed by a demon, Thorpe stops writing and shoots his eyes up and looks at him.
Well, that's certainly a pickle.
Yeah, but there's nothing you have with the demon part. There's nothing you would have to worry about. I've actually kind of grown to suppress him, and actually, he's who helped. It's him or whatever it is that helped me fight. That's why I'm so good with stuff like this. And I showed him my sword.
Okay. Brady, what do I know about demons and stuff?
If you're proficient in religion, you can roll that. Any of you. So based on that roll, you know that demons are obviously from the lower planes. Specifically, they come from a place known as the Abyss. The most worrisome thing about demons is that the Abyss is so far from what scholars have been able to research, including your elders. It's essentially infinite. There are an infinite number of layers, which means there's an infinite number of demons. It's very difficult, though, for them to get to the material plane. They can't just, willy-nilly be like, oh, I'm gonna go see what's happening in Krayot and kill some people. It takes a lot of power and influence from the demon to be able to shift into the material plane. And usually it's easiest when it's done by some sort of cult or a follower that does specific rituals in order to essentially blur that line and make it even easier for demons to come forward. But that's pretty much the extent. That, and that's pretty like I'd say that's a good broad knowledge with that check.
Okay.
It's certainly not common. Like if you were to go and ask these sailors that question, they would have no fucking clue.
Okay.
But if you were to ask somebody like a cleric, they would be able to tell you that for sure.
Well, I would keep that to yourself around these parts. There's people that in the Empire we're in right now that aren't quite accepting of magic, and I feel like that falls within that category well enough.
Yeah. If there's one thing my brother told me, and actually Alfred as well, they told me to, yeah, don't say this stuff out loud. So I've been pretty good about doing that.
Okay. So, what are your goals here? What are you trying to do? I mean, what were you trying to do last?
Well, I was trying to get to my brother last, and then help him out, but that's not a thing anymore.
Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. But that thing that came out that ran away, yeah, he's marked on now, which I can only imagine what would happen. So
Define marked.
How can I explain this? Would I know about how that works, Brady?
Based on what you've done and what you saw back in your past when this first happened, at least the way you would believe it, is that well, actually no, I don't think so from what you can tell is only like the demon lords can actually mark, like physically mark somebody, and you do remember, like, every time one of your group were marked, it was from the demon lord. They may not have been physically there, but they may have had their presence about because of the sheer influence that they had. But you do remember, like, Cyrene and Lacan, for instance. Both of them were marked by Dagon physically and became his chosen, and were essentially being hunted by other demon chosen.
Okay. So let me recon the mark part. I was like, well, now he has his eyes set on you, and the mere fact that we were able to do that to him, he's bringing a crew back, and there's no telling if he'll bring Baphomet back with him. So,
okay.
But other than that, I just want to figure out how this whole demon thing works with me and try to get rid of it. And then also, I kind of get up on the table and like slam my sword onto the table and like do a little heroic pose and say, I'm gonna be known through the world as the best monster hunter around.
Oh, well, there's always plenty of those, so.
Someone throws a tomato at you. Only monster you're gonna be slaying is that bill you're gonna have to pay for damages. Look at the little lad. Oi, your zipper's undone.
And I look at the person who said that and it's like, hi, I don't have a zipper.
Oh, smart one, smart one.
And
they cheers each other and start
like,
drinking.
I feel like having a zipper at this time would be a luxury that
I know, right?
I look around and rummage through my bag and then like put the bag over the spot where the hole in the table is now, and I mend it discreetly.
You do not have subtle spell, so it is very hard to do that. But yeah, you go about, you cast your spell, you put your fingers across the cut and wipe it clean. As you do that, Thorpe, you notice that those guards are looking all at you now.
Get off the table, Kai.
I get off the table.
As those guards are looking at us, I take a sip from my wine and have a salute a cheers towards them and smile.
I look at Lloyd and go, you know that they don't like magic.
I was hoping they wouldn't say. Well, upon that, I think we should head to bed after we get as soon as possible.
This is exactly why I said let's take
while
the
I'm-
morning ship.
While I'm still looking at the guards and still like saluting and like getting back to sipping my wine, still looking at them, speaking to Lloyd while still looking at them. You shouldn't have done that. No, you've made things a lot more complicated for us stay.
One of the guards chugs the rest of his drink, slams his cup on the table, stands up, and begins walking towards you. He's less than 20 feet away. And he's eyeing, he's looking at the table as if he's not sure exactly what he saw. And as he gets closer, he stops. And then he looks at Lloyd. And you see his shoulders, like you see him sort of stretch them and roll them forward. And he walks forward. Good day. Might I ask, where all are you from?
While he's like speaking to Lloyd, I say to him, "Oh, guard, how may we assist you today?"
That's
I'm
the
still
guard.
smiling and looking at him.
Yeah. So he looks towards you. Well, couldn't help but notice your friend stabbing the table. And as my eyes see, there is no noticeable cut after your friend did whatever it is that he did. Said some words, waved his hands, and all of a sudden, the damages are gone. Are they not?
Hold on. Is the little towel over the cut again, or where the cut was, or did you move it?
He would have moved it if you. I didn't hear the towel part. He would have moved it.
I grab I put my bag over it.
Okay.
Try to like conceal it.
Yeah, he would have taken like his weapon and essentially nudge it out of the way to see.
Well, sir, I believe you would be seeing things. You are enjoying an alcoholic beverage over there, right?
Yes, that is true, but well, a beverage, not alcoholic though. I don't drink on shift. And he looks over at it. That was a ginger ale.
I appreciate the men in uniform that don't drink while they're on duty.
Ah. And I appreciate a lady that can see such things. And he bows before you and reaches for your hand.
I guess I will give it to him. We
Nobility.
apologize for the disturbance. Unfortunately, fortunately, our child was not strong enough to destroy the table with his little outburst.
Oh, he is your child. And who's
No,
the
not my
father?
child.
He is my child.
Ah. A single father, I take it?
Yes, he's traveling with me.
And your hooded friend here, as he looks at Lloyd, a magician?
No, he's a traveling priest.
Oh, a priest. And what god or goddess do you worship?
Don't remember any off the top of my head, Brady. I ain't gonna lie.
I didn't
this
think you
world.
would, and I don't
No.
think that Lloyd actually worships anybody, which makes this perfect.
I
Yeah.
don't think that's hardly any of your business, sir. We're free to worship whoever we like.
I fully agree. But if a priest does not admit to who their loyalties lie, are they truly a priest, or perhaps maybe a wizard instead? Your garb
Perhaps
does not
he's,
show any colors of any god or goddess that I know. I see no symbols.
Maybe out of his hometown he's feeling like he doesn't want to be prejudged by people or the people
Perhaps.
that don't worship the same people as him.
And do you think that if he wasn't hiding anything, he would need his comrades to stand up for him?
He's
And
just
explain
a little
his
weak-willed.
situation?
He's a little nervous, that's all.
He walks towards you, Lloyd, and puts a hand on your shoulder.
I gulp.
I have a message for you. I believe you to be Lloyd. And Gower's on his way. He wishes to speak with you all. He heard many fascinating tales, but was very, very concerned that you all left town so quickly. So if you wouldn't mind sticking around, we'll keep an eye on you. Make sure you're safe from the drunkards that roam the streets. And when he arrives, we'll take you to his private chambers. He should be here within the hour. And as he says that, he steps away from you, and one of the bar wenches is walking past him, and he grabs her pretty aggressively and brings her close, and he whispers in her ear. And as that happens, you can see like a somewhat like trembling of her hand as she quickly runs to the bar. My treat. You all have a wonderful evening. And if you have any questions, feel free to come and chat. And he begins to walk away. He has a seat. Turns around to look at you, and the bar wench brings him another mug, which he cheerses towards Thorpe. Takes a sip of it. And as he brings down the glass, he smiles, and you can see that it's kind of a wicked-looking grin. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
I'm going to nudge at Trina and say you should have offered him a routine.
I'm gonna slap Kai.
I just shake my head at my own disappointment and what Kai just said.
Thorpe has his cup in his hand and still looking at the guy, smirking, and then slowly casts his glance at Lloyd. And that's where we're ending.
I look at him and look away.
All right. I'm going to go in my stream real quick. I will be right back. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yeah, I'll be honest. I didn't expect them to just openly do magic in front of guards. But they did. And so this guy gets introduced. I was going to have him introduced anyway, with something different. It was going to be more of a, like another group of guards comes in, gets plastered, and then he shouts at them because Gower's on his way. But I think I like this better. The more subtle threat, I think the subtlety is what makes it unnerving, especially for other players. So, should be fun. Next session, they'll meet Gower. I don't anticipate Gower actually doing anything to them except for questioning them and seeing if they lie or not, which he's got info, so we'll see what happens. But appreciate everyone and anyone that came out. Thank you for all the new follows, and hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream. So until we see you next time, peace.